Yo, what's going on, everyone? Oh my goodness, that icon is so huge. Give me 1 second, I gotta fix that immediately. Okay, well, disregard the scuff. But welcome in, everybody. This is the show I would like to call the Frozen Tavern. But unfortunately, it is not the same show, even though the premise is very much the same. It is a show where I interview builders, entrepreneurs, and people working in Web3 to get an understanding of what their journey was like leading up to the point that they discovered NFTs and crypto and all that good stuff. But hey, if you're already here and maybe you've already seen the wallpaper from this morning, then you guys already know. But just in case you haven't, the guest of tonight, she's a great friend of mine. She is also a gamer. She's an educator. She's an artist. And of course, she is also a fellow streamer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome MochiGirl. What's going on, Mochi?
Hey, everybody. Hi. Hi, Ice. Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. It wouldn't be a show at IBTV without you. How are you doing tonight?
I'm great. I'm excited to be here with IBTV fam and everybody. Yeah, I haven't done a interview myself for a while now, so a little nervous.
Oh, right. You know what? I think this will be a good chance to just kind of like bridge the conversation. Because for those who don't know, Mochi actually hosts her own podcast. So I know, coming from the position of a podcast host versus someone that is now being on the receiving end of the podcast host, that difference can be a little bit jarring sometimes, right? So you've been interviewing other builders in the space as well. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes.
Gotcha. And who do you like? What kind of the people that you interview? Who are these people, and who do you typically do podcasts with? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, so I'm all about getting the Web3 voice out there. So I have been interviewing and featuring not just founders, but like OG members of Web3, people that want to have a voice and share what their journey is like, what their mission is, how they got into Web3. So I do that and post it on like Spotify. So there's about 9 episodes there now on Zomish podcast. And then recently I started another podcast. So yeah, I've been busy.
So there's the Zomish podcast, and then there's another podcast. So I guess this will lead perfectly into some of the questions that I've kind of lined up here. But I'm incredibly excited for you to be here tonight, and of course we have Camo, our dare I say, our lead mod at this point, also jumping around in the playland in the attic. He will also be gaming with us tonight, just in and out of questions. Just so the way that we kind of run this show is that yes, I will be kind of quote unquote interviewing Mochi. I don't really like to use that word. It's a little bit too formal, but we're just basically going to be chatting, and it's going to be a chance for me to get to know her, and as well as you guys in the audience to get to know Mochi as well. Camo doing the little rug burn dance over there. Good to see you, my man. But you know what? Let's while we're here, we're talking about the podcast that we do, and we're talking about Zomish podcast and all these other things. Let us actually just get right into the first question then, and that is, what was your personal journey like before you found Web3?
All right. So how I started in Web3 is basically because in IRL, I work in education. Mm-hmm. So I'm all about providing this next generation with the tools and skills, guidance and knowledge to be able to move forward with their own careers. So Web3 came up in many conversations because I also have a financial background, and I've been on a journey to help individuals become financially sound. So what does that mean? Basically debt-free, to be able to learn how to manage their finances, because unfortunately in schools for many years this was never taught. So when I was in financials, I noticed that a lot of students or young people were getting into debt very early. Mm-hmm. So then I went into the education realm to try to help curve that. And then with Web3, I found that, it was part of the learning, right? There was a lot of innovation. There was a lot of future career development. And then I thought, it'd be great to integrate this into the curriculum. So a lot of our students now know what cryptocurrency is. They know what Web3 is. They know what NFTs are.
Oh my God.
Um, yeah,
Wow.
and they're drawn by the art and also the Web3 gaming now as well, because I'm an educator that loves to game with my students. So there's that.
I love that. So wait, when you say educator, like if you don't mind me asking, are you talking about secondary school, post-secondary, university, college, or like what grade range are we talking?
Okay. So part-time, I work with younger grade students. So like from like grade 1 and up. Full-time, I work with post-secondary students, which are basically your upper education students. So those are like after high school. And then I also work with high school students to help them with their studies as well as their, financials, getting into school and getting funding to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
So I work with students pretty much from grade 1 all the way up to like university.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. The range is actually very impressive, because when you said that your students like they're into the art and video gaming portion, that basically opens up like the entire spectrum, right? Like that's like any age. But when you say specifically crypto and NFTs, like, okay, I'm thinking that is probably like maybe like the tail end of secondary school, maybe getting in a little bit of college or university there. But it's actually impressive that you get to work with so many people at all these different ages. And I guess through that, you also get the opportunity to meet a lot of individuals from various different walks of life, right?
Yes. And when you say younger students, when I try to educate them about financial literacy or Web3, oftentimes the onboarding involves the parents and the guardians. So then I also do public speaking, where I do presentations for parents, for the community, so that, everybody learns about it, right? And they're comfortable with it. So yeah, it's a lot of educating and convincing in a sense, because when you mentioned Web3,
Yes.
people are very risk averse, right? So yeah.
It is definitely a very polarizing topic, and I know we're going a little bit off script here, but I just really want to know, when you like introduce the premise of like, hey, have you guys heard of? Obviously, you don't say it like this, but when you introduce that concept of blockchain, Web3, or crypto, or even NFTs, to the students or the students' parents, what is the general reaction or response that you get from them?
They're like, oh, I thought it was a scam.
Oh yes.
Or it's just a trend, right? Or I'm not sure about this because I've never like wanted to touch it.
Yeah.
Because our banks don't support it.
Yep.
Right. So there's that problem. But when you break it down for them in terms that they can understand, so you use frames of references that they can understand, they start to warm up to the idea. So there's people that I've met like IRL at like Anime North and things like that I've like had conversations with, and they basically will ask me everything under the sun about Web3 and what I do. So
yeah, it's weird that like from like a Web3 native to another Web3 native, it's just terminology and lingo that we use on a day-to-day basis, right? But and as we coin it, when we talk to normies, a la like real life convention or real life situations, whenever people talk to us, it's always like we are aliens from a completely different world. Because I got my friends like from League of Legends, when they talk to me, they're like, oh yeah, isn't there like a country out there that takes cryptocurrency as like legal tender? I'm just like, yeah, you're talking about El Salvador. It's like, it's just weird, the weirdest things that is like second nature to us. But when we're talking to them, they make us feel like we are so smart. And that is, I always found that feeling really funny because when I first got into crypto and Web3, I was very much the same, right? I was like, wow, I heard about this cryptocurrency and Bitcoin pizza situation. Like, aren't people buying like fried chicken with that these days? And people are like, no, 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 you are such a normie. And to me, that was like, I always found that very fascinating. But let me flip the question onto for you, Mochi, because my first experience, I'm sure, is drastically different from yours. But for yourself, how was what was that introductory experience like? Like, how did you discover crypto, Web3, and all that stuff?
So the crypto part I was always aware of because I was in financials.
Yep.
So with financials, the background, the transactions were actually done on the blockchain, but
Oh.
they don't publicize it because they don't want to take on the security risks,
Yes.
right? But with crypto, like with Web3, my first interaction was actually jumping into a mega space on Twitter.
Oh, wow. Wow,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Yeah. So one of my OG communities and families, they were the ones hosting the space, and it was really cute art. It was really hype, and I was so curious. So I joined it and I started listening, and the more I listened to it, the more I was like intrigued, and I wanted to learn more because I wanted to help translate what I was learning for the students and for the people that I were interacting with.
Right.
So I asked like a bunch of questions. I joined their community, and the experience was like being on a roller coaster. You got in, and the first thing you did was like try to say hi in Gen Chat, and like 100 messages later, your chat was gone. Like it was just like,
Yep.
it was so busy.
Was it
So I
around
tried to-
2021?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about 2 years ago, roughly, that I've been in Web3. So it's been interesting, right? Like now that we're in kind of like a slower period, I'm like I don't get to experience that rush. But when I first joined, it was really like a roller coaster ride, and I love roller coasters. So I don't know, maybe that's how I got hooked.
Yeah, it's like the combination between like you said, being like a roller coaster experience, that dopamine combined with like just your educator background, it makes you want to dive deeper. It makes you want to learn a little bit more, right? Because I really like what you said earlier regarding the whole like, hey, I'm trying to introduce the concept of blockchain technology, NFTs, Web3, crypto to my students and their parents. And immediately what struck out to me was people are very resilient against things when it's missing that air of familiarity, right? When it is something that we're not already exposed to, if it's not something that my parents use, something that I don't regularly see on the news, things that are not normal, immediately it is met with backlash. And I think this goes back to the very traditional old tried and true saying, and that is change is stressful no matter what, right? No matter if it's positive or no matter if it's negative, as long as change is happening, it is all the process of change will always be stressful. And let's be real here, like human beings, I know we all LARP SPFP and cute anime people online, but we are human beings after all, and human beings have a natural tendency to choose the lazier way, to not change, to remain, to keep our stress levels as low as possible. So you being an educator, dealing with both fronts at the same time, I find that so admirable, so commendable. So shout outs to you, Mochi, for being at the forefront and really being like an individual that I look up to, because in my opinion, there's a lot of bad actors in the space. There's a lot of people that say they're KOLs, influencers, whatever the term may be. But when it comes down to it, to me, the people that are most important, the entrepreneurs in the space that are actually making a difference, are people that are actually spending the time and effort to move the needle forward. And you are doing exactly that. So much respect and much love to what you're doing, Mochi. I absolutely love it.
Thank you very much. I'm just trying to do my part, really. When I got into Web3, everything was brand new, right? So I was there to learn. I was there to absorb the information. And now that I've had some experience in Web3, now I can like talk about it and try to like, educate people, engage them, and also give them, the ability to empower themselves, to take it forward. So, yeah, I'm glad that I can get the voices out there. So thank you for that. Hey, it's Mangoes.
Oh, is that one of your? Oh wait, is that your friend that you guys were doing the collab with?
Yeah, it's mangoes is from our team sick. So
Oh, got it,
we
got
have
it.
a stream. Yeah, so we have a streaming community and she's part of our stream team. So yeah, welcome. It's mangoes. Um yeah, so I told them I was going to do this interview with you and I was like super excited to like have everybody experience it and learn from it. So and I wanted them to meet IBTV fam too. So
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. Welcome in, Mango. It's a pleasure to meet you. And also, welcome in, Jay, my guy Jay. Thank you for being here, man. And of course, fellow streamer as well. Soul's always on. Definitely go check him out. Giving all the family here a shout out. If you guys want to, please check out the stream. If you guys click the link directly from the chat, you guys can be redirected. Give them a follow. Show them some love. But after all, we are all gamers. So before we move, before I bombard Mochi with more questions and the stuff that you guys came for, let us do some. Let us play some mini games. What say you?
sure.
Where? Oh, there he is. Camo, can you hear me right now? Oh, I see you looking at me. Camo, if you can actually no, you know what? You can stay right there because I think we're in a party, right? We are not in a party, so actually, let me send you a party invite, Mochi.
Okay.
Yeah, if you remember, it's you can press escape, highlight your name in the top right, click on it, and it'll show you the party invites.
Gotcha.
Awesome, awesome. Let's go. So yeah, let's all queue for a game and see what RNG brings us. There's
Yeah.
actually a tournament. I believe there's 3 qualifiers going on next week. There's one qualifier happening on Monday. There's another one happening on Tuesday. I want to say there is one happening on Thursday, but all the times and dates are still to be determined. But yeah, so I won't be playing it, unfortunately, but I will be casting it. So Monday and Tuesday for sure. Thursday, maybe. We'll see.
Oh, that's awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see like finally there's competitive gaming. Oh God, not this game. this game, my keyboard is not ready for this game.
Nope, me neither.
I think this is about the only game that I actually can't play properly using the keyboard.
I'm still learning these games, but they are super fun and very cute too. I love these characters.
Yeah, I like how they mask the competitiveness with the cuteness of a teddy bear. So it's like, oh, look, it's not that bad. Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
Yo, welcome to the Stranger Core. No, damn it. Oh, damn it, I got greedy. Damn, Camo's so fast. Wait, what? What?
Oh, 'cause you went the furthest.
No, Camo went the furthest. What the heck? What kind of black magic sorcery is this? That, oh, well, I will take it. I will take it.
All right.
Flutter Frenzy. All right. Was it? It feels like it was longer than a week now, but I think it was last Friday, right? That we had the IPTV game night, and we were all here playing this.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my first time playing this.
Oh, right. That was your first time.
Yep. And I'm still trying to figure out how to play.
Or you're on keyboard or you're on the controller?
I am on keyboard because
Gotcha.
I'm not sure how to do things. I don't have a Xbox controller yet.
Right. Me neither. For the most part, it's just like, it seems like it's just WASD and spacebar for everything.
Yeah. I've been spoiled with controllers though, so it's just like trying to like get used to it.
But you know what's interesting is that like there's certain games that you can micro better with controllers, and certain games that are just like keyboard and mouse it just feels superior.
Oh yeah. I think League of Legends I played a long time with mouse and keyboard. Oh my goodness.
Right. I don't. You say that, and I'm just thinking I haven't met anybody that plays League of Legends using controller. that would be wild. Is
That would be wild.
Is that possible?
Not that I know of. I've never seen anybody actually do it, unless it was like a customized controller, like almost like a Street Fighter kind of
Yeah.
custom.
Like the analog is the cursor basically.
Exactly. Exactly. Actually, speaking about that, I was watching the GamesCon shows, and they were showing these new innovative controllers. I'm like very intrigued to try
New
them.
innovative controllers.
Yeah, so they're not your typical PS4 or Xbox controllers. They're actually kind of very creative in a sense that your fingers and and everything go somewhere else. Your joystick is like at the top instead of like in the middle.
What?
Yeah, they're very dynamic. I have to show you.
So like they basically you control spaceships with it. Is
Yeah,
what it is.
basically, it's like you can fly with them or something. Yeah. Like I have a mouse pointer that I use at work,
Mhm.
and it's basically you don't have to put it on a flat surface. It's just like you hold it in your hands, and it's basically like a pointer, but it's a mouse. Like so you can use it for presentations and things like that. So it's like
Right.
it's kind of like that. It's really cool.
Also, holy crap, Isle Marauder, he's like, yo, I'm using the restroom, and then he just subscribed for 9 months, dude. I don't know if that was a mistake. I don't know if you fat fingered it when you were in the bathroom, but dude, thank you so much, man. Holy crap! No, damn it again! I am so bad at this game. I don't.
I'm trying to move.
Yeah, you have to mash spacebar in order to move forward.
Oh my gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, as opposed to holding it down. That's what I did in the first time I was like, yes, Jungle Rumble, let's go.
Oh, I've never done this one.
This is
Okay.
like this is one of my favorite games. Totally a mistake.
Fun. Totally a mistake.
Oh god.
Hi, Isle.
I can just imagine him being the. Well, I don't know if you should be talking about this. Like, oh, just watching a stream while I'm on the can, and then boom, 9 months. But dude, oh, thank you, man. We'll see you in the attic in a couple of minutes.
Oh,
Okay, Mochi.
oh my god. That is so fun.
You're the pink bear. Ow.
I'm sorry. Oops.
Whoa.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Whoa, what the heck? What was that all about?
Swept off.
Yup.
Oh.
Look
Oh.
at Camo she's just standing there like, well, nobody to kill. That's watch out, Mochi. Wait. Damn it. You got it. Whoa. Yeah, those hammers that fall from the side.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
Ah!
Mangoes, if you're still watching, we need to play this. This is crazy.
This reminds me of that game that you were streaming with your friend. The one with the two animals beating the hell out of each other. No!
Party animals.
Yes, party animals, yes.
Oh my goodness.
All I remember from that night is you hanging on to the chain link fence, and then your friend grabbing your leg, and then like you guys were both like being sucked into the black hole.
Yeah. I was trying to hold on to the chain. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Was holding on to the chain. Oh no!
I think my favorite part is just like you guys like yelling like in like absolute panic as like the wind swept you from the ground and you guys were being pulled into the black hole.
Yep. That is a really fun game. Definitely a community type of game.
Yeah, team building kind of thing. Well, I mean, maybe not that specific example. That's not the best example of team building, but everything else, yes, totally. This looks fun. Reminds me of a Mario Party minigame. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Mango. If you're interested in joining us, it is free to download on Hyperplay. All you gotta do is install the launchpad, and then you can search up Forgotten Playland, and then yeah, you can download and play for free.
Yeah, I can show you Mangoes later if you want to see it. How to get it. Okay,
Oh,
so
God.
I am.
You gotta step on the thing that lights up.
Oh. I feel like my bear is too light on its
Oh,
feet.
God.
And wants to fall off! Ah!
Damn, Camo is so aggressive. It's crazy. Huh. Huh. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, damn it! Just, I was on the edge. On the edge. Okay, let's play one more and let's head back to the attic.
All right, no worries. Let's go. Camel's really good.
Yeah, Camel's he's been training.
He's been training. Oh.
Yeah, don't let that.
Is he doing the tournament?
Oh no, I don't think he is, but he should be. I was gonna say, like, don't let that no skin situation fool you. This guy's basically like Faker. He plays with no skin, but he's actually a pro esports player.
Oh, I know he's good. I've seen him on game night. I was like, oh my goodness, he's like pro.
Oh yeah, I think he was in the first lobby with you and Starlight, I think. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was so surprised when I actually won a game. I was like, what happened?
Oh, okay. Well, okay, anyways, I accept my fate. I was mashing left click for some reason, as opposed to hitting spacebar. Let's go back to Playland. Yo, Ice, do you need help checking the score? No, we're good. We're good, Jay. No scoreboard or prizes. Actually, maybe there is. There, in competition wise, there's no prizes. But I do want to take the opportunity to throw the mic to Mochi real fast because Mochi, there is something that you are giving away to your viewers tonight. Is that correct?
That's correct. So for those of you in here, definitely go to Zom NFT and claim Zoms. So I'm giving away Zoms, which you can use in our ecosystem, in our item shops. Once you accumulate a certain number of Zoms in the community, you'll be able to exchange for really cool prizes. So yeah, definitely get in on that. So if you are here in chat watching the stream, definitely message me later if you don't know, and I can invite you into Zoms. Yeah.
It just
Zom.
Yeah, it just sounds like the eating noise that I'm ever so familiar with. But while we are here, actually, so for those who don't know, Mochi is she runs a project right now called Zom NFTs. But okay, you know what? I don't even know why I'm talking. You know what? Let's throw the mic back to Mochi. Mochi, please, can you tell everybody else a little bit about what you are building over at Zom NFTs?
Sure. So Zom NFT is my home and my family. And they are the ones that right now I am helping build the community. What we're doing is basically we're providing value to those in Web3 that interact with us, especially our holders. So we have 2 minted out collections since like 2 years ago. Yeah, my bear is stuck too.
Oh, okay, yeah. We can still enter the lobby using escape, so it's fine. We just can't run around while we talk, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. I was like trying to move, but that's no. I was like, no, I'm frozen. So with Zoms, we have 2 collections on OpenSea and also on AlphaShares Marketplace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you'll be able to pick up Zoms if you want to. Right now is a really good time to do it just because we have gasless staking. So when you stake your Zoms, it's not going to cost you anything. And when you're earning those ERC token Zoms, you will be able to use them for our future builds, inclusive of our 3D Zoms that are going to drop soon. If you've seen my PFP, which is my Zom avatar, it is a custom 1-on-1 female Zom. There are going to be more female Zoms on in the main collection. So you can look forward to that as well. And like I mentioned, we are also going to be building in the metaverse. So we're on Nifty now. We've got 2 avatars that were uploaded to Nifty, a male Zom and a female Zom. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And we're going to be hosting events, giveaways. I always do a weekly giveaway. So, and I also do it on a live stream.
Nice.
Yeah. And if you follow us on X, you will see that I also host spaces. I do collaborations. We also have poker collabs. We host trivia, movie nights, gaming nights. We do a lot of community events, and like Ice mentioned before, I also do the podcasting. Um, so yeah, so there's a lot going on in Zoms right now. There's even more coming. We are constantly building. We've been building continuously for 2 years. So even with the bear market, we're just, trying to pivot and provide value. Last year, we even sent 8 people to the Rolling Loud event, which is an
Oh,
IRL event. We are planning more future IRL events for ZOM holders. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you join ZOMs now, you can definitely get in on our ecosystem. And like I said, I will be giving away 500 ZOMs to those that want to claim it by joining the community. So if you join the Discord, you can tag me. And yeah, I will award you your ZOMs. So
got it. So for people like tuning in right now, whether it's on Twitch, Twitter, or any of the platforms that we're streaming on, you guys want to get in on the Zoms ecosystem, you guys want to get your hands on those free Zom tokens, join their Discord. You guys can actually look for their project Twitter. It is at ZOM Zom NFT, and you guys can hop into the Discord, tag Mochi. And is there any kind of like secret password or like proof of whatever that they need to say, or did they just join the Discord today and tag you and that's it?
you can just say IBTV.
Okay, the passphrase of the day is IBTV. So make sure
Yeah.
make sure you tag Mochi and say IBTV. Let's go. Thank you for the plug. I appreciate that. So wow. So you guys you're doing the Zom NFTs. There's multiple collections out. There's Zom tokens that you guys are doing. And one more time, so that people can just so we have a little bit of a refresher with the Zom tokens. What can holders actually exchange the tokens for?
Okay, so when you get into the Discord, you will see that there's an item shop. The item shop has a list, and it's always replenished as well, of different prizes. Right now, there are an abundance of NFTs that are really, really cool in there that you can check out. You can also, of course, exchange for a Zom pet, a Zom. There's also like custom Zoms that you can exchange for. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things. There's going to be like merch and things like that. We also do like whitelist opportunities. Hey, it's Finn.
Yo,
Aw,
welcome, Finn.
Aw. I hope you get bells soon. So yeah, so there's a lot of cool things that you can exchange for. And that's the internal token for Zoms with the Z at the end. And the ERC 20 Zoms is when you stake your Zoms. So if you have a OG Zom, a male or female, and you have a pet and you stake them both, you actually get a 3-time multiplier for staking them, and it's gasless.
Is it on is it on like a Polygon or something, or like how is the gasless thing work?
Yeah, it's on Polygon.
Got it. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with chat here. So Isle is going to be joining us in the attic in just a moment. He is having some updating scuff issues, but no doubt we will get that sorted out. So Isle, please figure that out. Well, we will see you in the attic for the next round of games. But in the meantime, so we kind of hinted at this. We talked about it at the very beginning of the show. But now that we have a better understanding of Zom NFT, can we actually dive a little bit deeper into the Zomish podcast? And also, what other kind of content are you personally working on right now these days?
Sure, no problem. So the Zomish podcast is so it's basically about a year old, a little bit over a year. My first episode was actually with an OG member of Web3, so OG Zom holder as well as many other communities. So she shared her story in terms of how she got into Web3. We did a deep dive in terms of what her missions and goals are in Web3, and also kind of did like a one-on-one review of her experiences with like communities like Zones and other ones as well that she's in. So it's a great way to get, people to hear that we are real in Web3 for those that are listening outside of Web3 and are curious. It also provides educational value because we touch upon things like, how to be safe, best practices, good and bad experiences in Web3 as well, and how you can navigate better in Web3. That's
Hmm.
also something that we touch upon. In terms of the communities that I've featured, they all got to share, who they are, right? How they got into Web3. Some of them are like Web2 businesses that have integrated into Web3 as well. So that is really exciting to hear, especially like when there's like a 10-year old Web2 business that is now in Web3. Like that is just really impressive to me. And they're doing things for like a good cause. They're trying to like help animals and animal lovers and animal pet owners as well. So there's a lot of aspects there. So and then there's a lot of business experience that is also shared in the podcast as well. So I got to actually feature Nifty from Crypto Homies. And Sid is a wealth of knowledge in terms of business, entrepreneurship, um, you know, his connections, what he's building, all of those things. It was really great session with him. And there's like some sessions that I've done where it's basically like, you don't want to get off the phone with these people because like there's just a wealth of information. And they're very interesting people as well. Like some of them are artists, and they talk about like their travel experiences as well, or they even tell you it's like what kind of superhero they wanted to be, like if they had a superpower, right? So like there's a lot of fun experiences when we do these podcasts. And I want to continue doing this because I feel like those that have listened to the podcast have given me the feedback and saying, oh, I didn't know this about Web3, or I didn't know this about like founders, artists, devs, OG people in Web3, or even the innovative aspect of it, right?
Hmm.
And when my students listen to it, they find it very encouraging, that they could have a career even if they just want to be an artist. It's no
Yes.
longer, artists are just going to starve, right? There's a way for artists to, yeah, have
Yeah.
a career, to make themselves, into entrepreneurs, that can actually build a business. They have great ideas, they have amazing skills. So that is something that I am really, really adamant about because I believe that this is the future, right? Like basically absorbing all this new information and processing it and then applying it for yourself, right? So
Hmm.
that's what I'm all about. So, and then the second podcast that I do is all about educating, right? And empowering and engaging people. So Nar Father was actually somebody I met uh, because I featured him on the Zomish podcast. And we hit it off so well because we both have a love for education. And, you know, we basically said, let's get together and do this podcast. So now we do a podcast where, we've done teaching people about what is a blockchain, right? How to look at a smart contract, how to create and mint your first NFTs. Yeah, thank you, Starlight. Um, so yeah, so we're really excited about now, bringing more people onto the podcast as well, to share. And there's been a lot of interest of people wanting to be featured. So I hope to do that. Like, like how Ice is like interviewing me and asking me questions. I'd love to ask him questions. You know what I mean? Like it's a great space to be in because you can pretty much do anything you can think of. It's so
Hmm.
creative, and I love that.
For sure. And so first of all, yeah, if you ever have any questions, whether it be now, later, or in DMs, or just whatever, just feel free to shoot. I'm an open book. Feel free to ask away. And then secondly, I really do like them. Like, Isle, can you not can you just get out of? I can't move my camera right now, dude. Get out of my face. This guy. Um, what was I saying? No, it really resonated with me, because I grew up with a family that basically kind of that taught me these sayings, and pertaining to being an artist, being a musician, being an actor or something like that. You really have to be the top, like the cream of the crop. You have to be like nearly the best in order to make it as a musician, as an artist, or as like an entrepreneur in that kind of industry, right? But now, like fast forward to 2024, we are in a world now where it doesn't it's kind of sounds unattractive, but you don't necessarily have to be the top 0.1% anymore in order to make it. Artists now have the resources, they have the tools, and they have the means to actually make a living. And I really like this because it's now empowering people to give people the opportunity to do what they actually love for a living. Because when the world circulates around an ecosystem where only the top 0.1% make it, only the best of the best can make it, what that indirectly results in is a lot of people doing jobs that they hate in order to pay the bills, right? And that leads into a lot of not hard lives per se, but it leads into a lot of subpar lives where people are unhappy, doing the things that they don't care about, living a life that they're not enthusiastic about, only to result in downtime and doing things that they are not passionate for whatsoever. So I'm really happy that through blockchain technology, through the movement of this, like kind of empowering artists, whether you are a musician, whether you are like a canvas artist, or maybe you are like us, you're a gamer, you're a streamer, you are able to do the things that you actually love in order to support yourself and those and the people that are around you. And I think that is something truly fantastic. And one last thing before we move on to the next bit, Mochi, is that for people that want to tune in on the Zomish podcast, where can people find it?
They can find it on Spotify. They can find it on iHeartRadio. They can find it on YouTube. And I've been, just looking for other platforms to also feature the podcast. So recently, I've joined Farcaster.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yep.
Yeah. So it's an interesting experience because I've never done podcasting before this, right? I've been interviewed before, but I've never done podcasting before. So it's like, just trying to find where the right niche is a little bit of a challenge, but it's also a lot of fun, because you get to like experience different platforms. So like, yep. Even with Twitch now, it's like when I do a live podcast, I'm like, oh, I'm just like going back to my streaming roots and, to kind of like integrating my Web 2 with Web 3 experiences. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it really is a dream come true. And, now that we're talking about this, we actually accidentally skipped the question. Like I said before, about 20 minutes ago, we went off script and we've been just like going at it. And the conversation has been kind of free flowing. And I do understand Isle really wants to jump on some teddy bears' heads and we want to get into the gaming bit. But before we get into the gaming bit that that really, really wants to do, one last question regarding the journey up to the point of Web3. So for those who don't know, Mochi has probably been streaming longer than all of us in the room put together. So let me just ask you this, Mochi. Like, how was your streaming journey like? And like what has that experience been like transitioning from Web 2 streaming to now being a Web 3 streamer?
I can honestly say that my streaming career set me up for Web 3. Like, it trained me for Web 3.
I love that.
Yeah, because I was a streamer gamer, but I also was a creative content artist. So I streamed art on Twitch as well as gaming. And so when I did that for about 6 years on and off, I met amazing people in the Twitch community, both streamers and gamers. Some that are still like my friends and still really supportive, because like I would have never thought that I came back to streaming and they would still pop into my chat and say hi. Mm-hmm. So that is definitely a really cool experience. But yeah, the streaming taught me and trained me how to interact with people in Web3. And I say that because You're using Discords, you're using socials, you're networking, you're supporting each other, you're learning all the technology that is involved. You're also, helping others understand that technology as well and the aspects of streaming. So I feel like it's definitely trained me because I've been a mod for so many people over the years that when I got into Web3, I was like, oh wow, this is like home. Like this feels like home.
That's right.
Yeah. And now that I help build communities in Web3, I did the same thing when I was streaming. I was helping stream communities. I was helping people get to partnership and affiliate status. I was helping coach stream teams. I was helping build Discords and maintaining them.
Wow.
Yeah, so all of that trained me for Web3, really. It really did. And now that I'm running like communities in Web3, it's like, it's just the technology has improved, right? Like it's actually more efficient and more simplified.
It's crazy because like
Yeah.
your skill kit that you described just now, it's like everything that an NFT project wanted slash still wants. Like from running a Discord security, moderator work, keeping the community alive, doing like content creation in order to empower the community. That kind of like drip style campaign to make the community stay relevant on the TL. All of the, and in addition to streaming, that's one of the content creation styles. All of these things are things that NFT projects want, right? And like this is something that we spoke of near the beginning of the show, but what I really find amazing about this whole like Web3 combining with our passion in streaming is that not only do we get to do something that we love, Mochi, but it's really amazing because while doing the stuff that we love, we're giving ourselves the opportunity to connect with other people that also share the similar interests, right? And this is something I find very obvious, but at the same time, there's not enough emphasis placed on in the real world. Because when we go into the real world, like whether that be a workplace or maybe that's in the classroom, yes, we're all there to study the same thing, but the things that we're truly interested in and passionate about, it could be different, right? Like think about how many different workplaces that we're in, the different like the classrooms or different environments that we're in. We're there for the same reason, but we're not able to make friends with everybody because at the end of the day, our core values are different. The things that we are passionate about is different. But now Web3 has broken that mold and has changed everything. Now we are given all the tools and all the resources that we need to find and connect with the people that care about the similar things that we care about. And I think that is honestly an amazing thing that doesn't get enough credit for. But man, I'm really I feel blessed to be in like in a world such as Web3 at this day and age, because if I didn't find my way here, I have no idea what I would be doing right now. Probably still shooting weddings and just and not having fun in the editing studio. But holy hell, this has been an amazing conversation thus far. We do have a couple more questions lined up for the final segment of the show, but why don't we get into some more mini games? I know Al has been suited up and has been waiting for this moment for quite a long time now.
Sure, no problem. I love these games. They're so cute and fun.
Oh yeah, I shot you another invite when you relogged there. It went. Yeah, I think you left the party when you relogged.
Oh yes, there we go.
All right.
All right.
All right. So we can if you guys can move, so you guys can go to the toy chest. But for Camo and myself, we can press escape and navigate to party games. And then yeah, let's queue up.
Yeah, this is what I love about Web3 too. It's home. It feels like home.
Yeah, it allows me to be a gremlin and stay in this basement and never leave the home. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to leave the home all the time.
All the time?
But, yeah, all the time.
Oh wow. Well, it's just you and me, brother. Let's go. Die! What do you know about this? Oh yeah, get out of here. Sweet revenge. That's what happens when you bounce on my head for like 20 minutes. What do you mean I cheated? What are you talking about? How did I cheat?
Did he cheat? No,
How did I cheat? I used all the tools available to me. All right, let's go.
This is fun. Oh my goodness, look at all the butterflies.
Yo, don't hold grudges, man. Go away. He's like exclusively attacking me, bro.
It's called revenge.
Yeah.
No.
Yo, this guy's holding mad grudges.
Oh
Wow. I have found myself in the position with a score of 0.
wow. All the butterflies beaten out of you.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, Camo had 11 near the end there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I actually came in 3rd. Oh, nice.
I was too busy trying to sabotage. Oh, let's go.
Oh, I've never played this one. Okay, this is cool.
We literally just made an advanced tutorial guide about this minigame, so if we don't do good, it's going to be kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa.
Come on, Mochi! Oh.
I was like, which way am I supposed to jump? Okay.
Into the water we go. You're supposed to jump to the panels. That's basically Simon Says.
Oh, okay.
Wow, Camo. He took the long route. Oh god! Don't!
Oh.
What? What? How did Camo do that?
I don't know, but he basically came back to life.
Yeah.
He's got skill. Secret. Oh my goodness.
He just got gimped. That's right. We don't make advanced tutorials and guides for nothing, yo. That was the art of body blocking.
Oh wow.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh.
Did I was just gone.
He disappeared.
Oh. Yeah, he still has 1 life though, but why is he gone?
Oh.
Camo fell asleep at the wheel. Okay.
This reminds me of a childhood game.
Oh! Eat my dust. What's the? Yeah, no problem. Wait, what's the childhood game that this reminds you of, Mochi?
Well, our students play it now. It's the 4 squares, and then it's like you have to like get on like each corner. So the kids have like come up with ways to like basically taunt and torture those that are playing with them.
Oh my god.
There's punishments involved. So yeah, it's really interesting when you see the creative
Taunt and torture.
Yeah, taunt and torture. The taunt and torture. Oh my goodness.
Damn, both of these guys are on controller, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I need to get a controller to play.
I need a controller for this specific minigame.
Mm-hmm.
I can't mash the spacebar nearly as fast.
Yeah, I feel like I hold my spacebar instead of mashing it. Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, I like this one too.
Tentacle whacking. Slapping. What do you call
Whack-a-mole.
it?
Tentacle tap.
Tentacle tap. Whack a tentacle. Let's go. Oh, I got knocked. Okay.
Stay away from me. I see you creeping up on me. Go away. that. Yak. Yo, don't hold grudges, man. Go away. No! Oh no, that hit stun. Oh, we still got it. Okay. Damn.
I'll be late. Oh, nice. Reading time.
I have to reading time with the little dragons. Gotcha. Thank you, Starlight. Enjoy reading time.
Yeah, enjoy reading time. I love reading time.
I love bump a ball time. Bump a ball.
Oh yes, this one. I got bumped all the way to the other side. I remember this. Whoa.
Holy crap. It's so insane with 4 people. Ah!
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
god. Whoa.
Oh,
Damn, we're all doing pretty good right now.
not bad.
Whoa! Hey! Come here, you! Yeah! Oh, that kiss! You like that kiss? Ooh!
Oh!
No! I will survive! Damn it! No! No! Alright, the green ball must die.
The green ball is the green.
Oh no! Oh! Oh! Tricky! Oh, you're right! No! Damn it! I tried to chase after Isle. Oh wow, we are all down to our final lives.
Yep.
Alright guys.
Last pizza.
Let's go. Let's go. No! Fuck! Curses.
I knew it. I knew I was gonna win that.
It's the eye patch.
It is.
It's the eye patch. Oh no!
No.
Oh, this is definitely my least favorite.
Yeah, I do not know how not to fall off.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh.
I'll just wait till he falls on his own. Yeah, there we go. Right as I was thinking it out loud, he fell. What do you mean I'm too slow? You sandbagged and rolled off the edge on your own. That is some bullshit. Nah, man. Sometimes slow and steady does win the race.
Yes. Okay, I feel like I'm crushed here.
No, Mochi! No! Mochi is just like, I'm just gonna avoid confrontation and I'll send myself off.
Yep, I'm just gonna, stay over here.
Oh, damn!
Oh! It's 3-on-1. Okay, let's go. Oh.
No!
Oh.
Oh, so close!
Oh.
Whoa! Oh, damn it. The nail ball killed us. Damn it.
That's good. Oh, that's crazy. Crazy fun. Oh.
Ooh! Whoa!
Oh.
Got your butt burnt there, bro.
Yep.
No.
Oh. This is definitely not how
God.
you treat your teddy bears.
Oh, I ran into the spike ball.
Oh my goodness. The obstacles on that one.
I was like, tons of fun. I'm loving this. I can just see Al raging in his studio, just like yelling, and all his neighbors are like, God, is he okay? Like, what the hell's going on in that house?
Way too much fun. We need to be over there. Okay. Whoa. Ah,
I actually didn't know what color it was. I had to. Oh, damn it.
I was like, what color?
So yellow is first. No.
Oh.
Damn it. Yeah, you have to wait until the tiles light up. Oh. Damn it.
Oh. Okay.
Yellow, blue, green.
Green. Oops. Oh. Oh wow. Really easy to die in these games.
Damn it. I saw that. I saw that. I went wide in order to avoid you.
Almost knocked you off. Oh,
Let's go, let's go. Ah. Huh!
Oh. Nice.
Oh, that was slippery.
Oh my goodness.
Oh! Woo!
Nice.
$10 points. Oh, peace. Wait, what? Oh, I have to complete it still. Wait, what? Why do I? Oh no, Isle has 2 lives still? Holy crap, no way. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is something else. Damn, this is like try-hard mode for for both of us.
This is PvP. Let's go.
This is a $1,000 game right here.
Oh.
No, damn it! I slipped.
Oh,
Oh my god, my hands are so sweaty actually. This is crazy. Let's see if I'll just dies on his own.
Oh.
All right, go to the yellow one.
What?
He's gonna sandbag right here. No, okay.
No. No. Oh my goodness. You have to remember all those.
No! Okay. Well,
So
You
close.
win this one, good sir. Well done.
GG's. Take it.
Screenshot that, frame it on your wall.
Yeah.
That was a good fight though. That was really enjoyable.
Yeah. GG's.
I felt the inner FPS player come out in you in that last game. Just made my night. God damn. GG's.
GG's. All right. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Okay. No, Mochi.
I rolled too far.
Oh.
Oh.
We both couldn't stop on time. All right, let's do one more game, and then we'll head back to the attic.
Right.
Oh man.
Very, very cool.
All right.
Okay.
Jungle Rumble to settle the score.
Let's go.
You're top left, Mochi. Don't run off in the beginning.
All right. I was like, what?
No, damn it!
Oh. 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 Oh.
Bye.
That was fun. Even though I fell off, I was like, I felt it. I was
that
like,
would've been
that's a
double
wee
kill.
moment. That was definitely a wee moment. Oh my goodness.
Here comes Angry Club Man.
Oh, he is so aggressive. I was so aggressive.
No! What the? I just got blown off for no reason.
Oh no.
Hey, let's go, Mochi. Oh man, I completely was not paying attention and just got blown off for no reason.
No way, what you won.
Yep.
Yeah, no kidding.
We were too busy trying to kill each other. Mochi played it safe, just stayed out of the beef.
I did, because last time I got 3-on-1 and I was like, what?
Yep. Oh, okay. I'm heading back to the attic. I'm gonna get a drink of water.
All right, let's go.
Wait, you're hopping off? Like you're done for the night?
Oh, see you, Al. GG's.
True. Yes, hydrate and stretch. I'm
Yes.
doing that right now. Oh no, I got So I have one last segment of interview questions for Mochi, and then afterwards we can either hang out some more free game, or we can just go into the public VC and chat. Yeah, depending on what you guys want to do. But yeah, let's without further ado, let's get back into it. And I know this question is gonna sound really weird given what just happened, what just transpired in the game. Which is because Mochi completely destroyed all of us in Jungle Rumble. But this question is more so pertaining to the Web3 journey thus far, and also the Web2 journey leading up to this. So, my question for you, Mochi, is if you could turn back the hands of time and do one thing differently since you were in Web2 and since you got into Web3 and everything that has happened while you were in Web3, if you can do one thing differently, what would that one thing be?
I guess for Web3, I would say the first community I joined, I would have probably never became their community manager or social PR.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have just been happy just being a holder and part of the community. Because yeah, it felt like being in the jungle and survival of the fittest. Like, yeah, that is something I would turn back time on. The other piece is probably not become a founder myself. until like I've had more experience in Web3. Um, that is probably something that I would also change.
So are you saying that you would change the fact that you are a founder, or would you just push back the timeline of when you became a founder?
I would push back the timeline, and there's also a community that I would have never tried to help.
True.
Just because it was the wrong timing and also kind of like the wrong match.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, given that I had the opportunity to turn back time, yeah, I would have changed my decision on that one for sure. But I'm happy being with like the communities I'm in now in terms of like ZOMs, being PR for Shibu Society. Yeah, I love what I do now. But the communities that I were in previous to these ones, I would say maybe I would have kind of changed my decision to like be so active in those communities. Because when you give so much into the community and then you see it like not do so well, it kind of feels like you've lost a piece of you, you know, like
Yeah.
you've put so much into it. So yeah. The first community I was in, the experience was so bad that at that point I was almost deciding to leave Web3.
Oh no.
Yeah. And because of that, I actually got the opportunity to get into ZOMs and become part of the team and become more active. So I guess, you know, things happen for a reason. But yeah, that experience wasn't the best experience. So if I was to give people advice, I would say definitely be true to like who you are in the space. You know, no matter how glamorous or how hype things are or how, you know, how things appear firsthand, always kind of, you know, ask questions, observe it a little bit more, get to know the people, you know, before you start committing yourself, you know. So yeah, that was like my main lesson for
Mm-hmm.
Web3. And then of course, you know, being in rugged projects wasn't fun either, but it was definitely an experience that you kind of need to have in Web3.
Yeah.
You know, you need to know the bad before you know the good, right? Kind of deal.
Yep.
So yeah. So having those experiences, you know, helped me to learn in Web3, but you know, at the same time, they're also kind of like you spent a lot of time, you spend a lot of resources, you know, so it's kind of a shame, you know, really when you think about it. But yeah, I wish certain projects still existed because they were really cool. But they were just led by the wrong people,
Yeah, I
you
can
know, and
definitely
a lot of
understand that.
the yeah, and a lot of the projects now, well, a lot of the brands now that are building, sustaining, are the ones, you know, that you want to be involved with, because you can see that they've overcome a lot of obstacles. For example, you know, like original founders and leaders, you know, stepped away and the community took over, right?
Yep.
So community led projects are something that I really want to touch upon because, like, even in my next podcast, like, I really want to talk about, you know, how some communities have overcome these obstacles, you know, and it's not easy, you know, it really isn't because you're basically picking up where someone else has left off, right? And oftentimes you have to rebuild even from scratch, right? Depending on what you're left with.
And also, yeah, with a fraction of the funding.
Yeah, or no funding at all.
True.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, so then you have to really rely on the fact that you've got to be really resourceful, and you also have to be, you know, very smart about like how to work on, you know, no budget or low budget and try to make a project, you know, successful. And that works in IRL as well if you really think about it, right? Like your project budget, you know, may not be the budget that you end up with, you know, like
Yeah.
all kinds of things could happen and you have to plan for that. So Yeah, Web3 is, you know, like running a business a lot of the time. So if you have any kind of business experience or business skills, you know, it definitely does help you in Web3, but it doesn't guarantee you success, right?
Absolutely
So,
not. Yeah, I think most things in life don't come with guarantees,
you know,
unfortunately. But it
mm,
really, I really felt what you said there, Mochi, because I don't. But here's the thing. Like for me, I've told this story many times as well. But like kind of my upbringing in Web three was it's that same story, right? Like I was a mod, and then it became a content creator, it became a community manager, and then guess what? The founders decide to rug, and then they leave you like we said with a fraction or sometimes no funding in order to carry on. But it's weird. It's always the founders that take away with the money. Like they get away with the bag, and it becomes really obvious that that was their intention the whole time, right? When all else
yeah,
fails, then well, you know, we're gonna tap out, and we're just gonna walk out with as big of a ticket as possible. But then the people that are left behind, that they do so by choice. There's no obligation to do it, but they choose to do so. Maybe it's A, because they really love the project, or B, maybe it's an opportunity for self-development, or maybe it's C, it's just it's a great community. You fell in love with the project, you fell in love with the art. You want to see this thing survive. Or maybe it's D, it's all of the above. But I think no matter what, when it comes down to like just being in that position of being associated with a rug project, I don't know. I feel like yes, if I could turn back the hands of time, I feel like yeah, I would definitely avoid an obvious pitfall. Like who wouldn't want to do that, right? But at the same time, I also am maybe this is the Asian in me talking here now, but I really am a firm believer that all of our experiences, no matter good or bad, they ultimately shape us to who we are today, right?
yeah,
Like if I wasn't part of that rug project, then I wouldn't have had the opportunity to learn about Discord security, like how to run a Twitter space, public speaking, doing partnerships, understanding how to run a whitelist marketplace, so on and so forth. And I think that very much the same thing could be said about you, right? If you didn't kind of got thrown into the fire there, becoming the community manager, maybe that passion would have ended right there. Who knows, right? Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe in a parallel alternate universe, maybe the Mochi that didn't become a community manager, maybe she won't be a founder today. Maybe she wouldn't even be in Web3 today. So it really is up in the air. I don't know. It's like it's always that thing that I think about. It's like, yeah, like if I could change the people that I worked for back then, maybe I would take a different shot just to see how things go. But I really feel like I kind of am pretty happy with where I've gone to today. And I honestly I can't say for certain that if it wasn't for all of those potholes that I have inevitably crashed into back in the past 3 years, maybe I wouldn't be here today. You know, maybe I wouldn't be able to sit here and do the thing that I love most. Maybe I wouldn't be here having this conversation and streaming it to a bunch of people while talking about Web3 and video games. So it's really
true,
strange how the world works.
true. It's true. It's like some things are meant to happen no matter what path you take, right? Like you could take a detour and still end up in the same place, right?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, like I always say to like people, it's like chalk it up to a lesson learned.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn from it, and you're gonna become stronger. You're gonna be better for it, right? Um, so like when I say like if I could turn back time and change like my decisions, I would say, you know, if I had more experience and more knowledge, then yes, you would be able to change those decisions. But because you didn't, you know, you kind of have to go with it, right? You have to experience it and then know that it is a bad decision. So, I mean, it's wishful thinking, right? But at the same time, it's like, I could honestly say it's like, if I didn't make those, you know, decisions and ended up where I am now, I wouldn't have found like an amazing community that I'm in, you know, like,
Hmm.
and the people that I've met, you know, like our leader Miller in Zoms, you know, he's become family. Like he was there, you know, when I wanted to leave Web3, and he was the one to say to me, you know, one bad experience with a project, you know, doesn't determine, you know, everything that you do in Web3. So it's like,
Well said.
right?
Very well
So
said.
yeah, so you learn from it and you move forward, and that's the thing, right? We are constantly moving forward, you know, like the other day, I didn't even know that I could have an NFT that could take me to space one day, you know. like
is that the part of the roadmap, or what, what are we talking here?
so I don't know if you know of these NFTs, but like there's certain NFTs that are basically like the community is pushing forward to have like assets put in space,
Oh,
also sending people into
like
space.
astrology and stuff like that. Like, sorry, astrologists.
Yeah, yeah, like astronomers, and
Very nice.
you've got like yeah, and and they do spaces, they do presentations, they've got connections with like NASA and things like that. So it really is, the world is your oyster. It's really what you can think of and you can make happen. So like that's what I love about Web3. It's because it's just never ending, that you can be so creative, innovative, and make all of these things happen. Like who would have thought that I could tell my students that they could use an app, scan a QR code, or scan an NFT, and be able to transform that experience into like a metaverse experience, like
Yep.
it's absolutely crazy. If you thought of that like, a couple of years ago, you'd been like, no way, like how are you able to do that? Right. So yeah, it's like I find it just fascinating. Every day in Web3 I learn something new, and I used to be in spaces like constantly all the time, just listening and learning, and being a spokesperson for the communities and projects that I truly believed in. And it was such a great way to connect with people, like people that you would have never thought you would meet IRL, right? There's some people now, it's like I can honestly call them family, and I've never met them IRL, like
Hmm.
absolutely not, right? And like I said, it's the same thing like with streaming, like there's people I've known for over 6 years, that I would love to meet in IRL, but I've only known them in like gaming and streaming, like that's it. But they're like family, like you could know these people, across the world. Like one of my best friends that I played with for Party Animals, he's in Australia, like
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
right, like Martin is a great guy, and I game with him, and he co-streams with me on games and things like that. And yeah, like I've never met him, but he's from Australia, and time zone differences and everything,
Yep.
so yeah, like in Web3 you get the same thing, like I meet people in the Discord. Like the first person I interviewed for the Zombie podcast, she's actually Italian. um so you can imagine her first language wasn't even English, right, when I featured her. So basically we prepped the questions. Her husband helped with like some of the translations, and she did a beautiful job with that interview, with that podcast. So it's really limitless, what you can do.
Hmm.
I also have a streamer friend. He's Japanese, and he has a bot in his chat that will translate everything for him. And when he first started streaming and was part of the Twitch community, he knew very little English, right? And he was so enthused to, interact with people, and learn English and be able to practice it. So, like forever to this day, I know his stream as the one that you can go in and pretty much type anything in, your own language, and it will translate for him, and he will be able to understand it. Like it's really cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I can talk forever, but
No, there's a. I mean, no, I really love that. The whole Japanese and translation thing. It all goes back to like kind of empowering people, right? No matter what it is that you kind of want to do, whether there's a language barrier or whether there is a physical location barrier, like you said, like one of your best friends, Martin, being in Australia, like doesn't matter. Like the distance, it doesn't really matter because we can still game together, we can still build together, we can still spend time gaming together and doing all that good stuff. But I kind of wanted to go back to the to two things. The first thing being I find it really fascinating that like when NFTs kind of took mainstream, like in the early to mid 2021, during that bull run for the NFTs, it kind of started off as like a rich people only thing, right? It's kind of like, oh, if you want to be a part of this all like this like all-star community, you got to be able to afford this $100,000 JPEG, because if your PFP ain't worth six figures, then don't at me. That was like the thing back then, right? And that's how it was started. And that, for better or for worse, I guess it is for worse, that is the perception that a lot of normies still have of NFTs, because NFTs are no longer like that. But because that was the stigma, that was the lasting impression that was created on NFTs, a lot of normies, they unfortunately, that is the last thing that they remember of NFTs. So that's why whenever we speak of NFTs, crypto, blockchain, Web3, the first thing that comes to mind for most normies is that, oh, isn't that a scam? Oh, isn't that the rich boy thing that you guys are talking about? Oh, how much is your NFTs? Are they worthless now? That's why all this talk happens. But what I wanted to say was we came from a world where like NFTs it was like a status symbol. It's like a luxury brand almost. And now in the world of blockchain technology, NFTs, Web3, we have now evolved to the point where it is just like you said, Mochi, it is a world where anybody can build anything that they want. I can be very passionate and enthusiastic about a very niche thing in the world, but it doesn't matter, because as long as I put forth the effort in creating this community, creating this brand, or creating this NFT, I might I can't say I will, but I might be able to find other people in the world that are just as passionate as I am, right? And going back to the whole workplace analogy that we had before, in the real world, it is very difficult to do that. Hell, like we had online forums and we have like online message boards, but even so, it was still very difficult to find people with the same, like similar interests. But like again, blockchain has really reshaped that mold, and now we're given the tools and resources to do so. So I think that is an amazing thing that we've evolved to now today, back from the whole like 10 figures or don't at me kind of attitude. But the last thing that I kind of wanted to ask you, Mochi, and this is not part of our build questions here, but it is the very beginning of the question set where we were talking about being a community manager, about being a part of that project, that you would rather kind of change that, right? The one thing that I find very interesting with a lot of founders, entrepreneurs, or people that are still community managers, or maybe even ex-community managers, there is something weird with the role of being a community manager. People that are in that role, they're either extremely good at it, or they were once a community manager and they absolutely resent it. I don't know why that is, but there seems to be no in between. I don't know where you stand on that, but the question that I kind of wanted to build upon is, regardless of how the community manager experience was like for you and for myself, what do you think was the most valuable lesson that you learned from being a community manager back then?
I would say I really enjoyed being a community manager. To be honest, I don't believe the experience of being a community manager was a bad one. I think it was the atmosphere, right? It's the environment that you're working in. And I did all of this when, it was volunteer. But the way that I saw being a community manager was like, I was just taking care of the needs of the people in the community.
Right.
Like I was, trying to educate them and make sure that everybody was safe and they were happy and they were in a good environment and it was all positive, or they had support. But it just became more of a job after a while.
Sure.
And when it becomes more of a job than something that you enjoy doing, then you start to reevaluate, whether this is worth doing, whether this is the right place for you. Um, so that became more true. And I think that happens a lot with community managers that I've seen.
Yes.
So if you're saying like those that don't love the job anymore or the role anymore, it's probably because, they see it more as a mundane task, right? Or the environment is just hard to be in.
The FUD.
And yeah, yeah, right? Like,
Yeah.
or when you have people, coming after you for something that, you have no control over, right? And then you don't have the answers for it either. But you want to still be able to help people. Like, that's frustrating in itself, right? So, right now, I would say I love being a community manager because I don't see it as a job. Nothing I do in Web3 for me feels like a job.
Mm-hmm.
I love what I do. So when people ask me, it's like, oh, how are you like able to do this and this and this and this and this? Is because I love what I do, right? So I'm more than willing to put in the effort, the time, everything into it, like to get to get it done or to help people or to help the community, and at the time I would say, I really believed in a project and I wanted to help, but there was only so much I could do because it wasn't really going anywhere. And one person doesn't make a community, one person doesn't make a project, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when that happens, you pretty much have to say to yourself, it's like, is this worth doing anymore, right? Like, or should you throw in the towel, so to speak, right? Um, so that, yeah, that's how I see a community manager role. And plus, when I became a community manager, I was identified as almost like the den mother kind of deal. Like,
Yep.
yeah, right?
Yep.
Like, if somebody, lost something or they needed something or, like I was the person that they went to, right? Or, if they needed, extra support, they needed someone to listen to them, I was there for that. And I also, tried to do like community events and lift community spirit and, just if somebody had a boo-boo, I had the band-aid, like with the disinfectants, right? Like, so it it was kind of like that kind of role. So like nowadays I would say, that's why I say streaming kind of trained me for Web3 because I've been through all of that.
Yeah.
I even had experienced a rug in streaming.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Okay. So this goes back to one of my early streaming communities. It was very hype. It was very popular. But the leader, I want to say the founder,
Right.
he had some very serious issues. And one of them came to the point where he basically rugged the entire community. I'm talking over 100 plus people were booted from the community in what we call yeah, he kicked everybody. Like, he basically announced that this was going to happen at a certain point. And I ended up being the person to create a community from scratch and take everybody in, or try to find them homes. Yeah. So it was crazy. It was a rug in streaming.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a rug in streaming. And again, I was like almost like the community manager but it was even more serious than that because I was part of the stream team. I was coaching streamers. I was also doing the marketing for them. I even offered them a marketing proposal and analysis that probably would have cost them about $40,000 to do professionally. And I did that for the community. Yeah. And then it was like, it was like, what do you call it? Noah's Ark. Everybody grab your pair, grab what you
Grab
want
your
to
bear. Oh my
grab
god.
your life preservers. Yeah. It was that kind of experience. And to this day, those that know me from that initial community now, and that are still streaming, we still remember it. Like it was like the grand exodus, but we were forced out. So yeah, it was one of those experiences. And unfortunately it does happen, right, with communities. And later on, when I was part of other streaming communities and things like that, it was something that we always said, we got to learn from this. We can't do this.
Yeah.
We can't have this happen. So yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm saying it's like streaming and gaming and all of that trained me for Web3. I knew what a rug was before it was a rug. Like,
Yep.
yeah. So
Yeah, there definitely are a lot of cross-compatible skills between being a streamer and just being someone that has to work in Web3. I think what it comes down to is well, it's I think it's multifaceted, but I think the most important fundamentals is is being a leader, right? Being able to kind of being able to handle a crowd. Like just like you as a streamer, you're basically the main entertainer of your audience, whereas like working on Web3, as we all say, it is a hype driven by speculation, attention economy, right?
yeah.
So how effective you as the main entertainer can retain your audience's attention, I think those skills are definitely highly transferable when we're talking about the scope of Web3. But of course, there's obviously a lot of nuances to that. But I think when it comes down to it, I think being a part of those rugs, being a part of those roles that seemed great at the time, being a community leader, being a community manager or whatnot, I think a very valuable takeaway point is that it gave me the confidence to believe that I could actually lead people, because like prior to that, like being a moderator, like you were kind of in that role, but not really, like you are still you're still your voice matters more than the typical holder sometimes, but in a way you are still basically like just fulfilling the orders of the higher ups. It sounds kind of weird, like really corporate and structured like that, but in a way that's kind of what it is, right? But when you're thrown into the position of a community manager, and I really believe that community manager it's the most underappreciated and undercredited roles in almost any NFT project, because when something goes well, usually it's the founders that are in the limelight, right? People are saying, oh, the founder's so great ever since the founder's coming, or the FP has gone up, this and that. But when things go south, maybe people will flame the founders, but who has to clean up the FUD? Who has to be the person that comes with the first aid kit and the bandages to fix up and patch up all these wounds? It's usually the community manager. Because why? Yeah. Because the founders need to preserve their persona or whatever the case is. But I find that it is so frequent that founders, when things go well, they are always there to absorb all the credit and all the applause. But when things don't go so well, it is always the community manager that gets thrown into the fire. And I don't know, man. It's happened to me. It sounds like it's happened to you. It's happened to us multiple times. And almost every other community manager that I speak with, Mochi, like in Web3, like I would say like 90% of them feel this way. And like, gosh, like I just don't get it. How can such an important role be like come with so many like unattractive qualities? Like the job is already hard enough. It doesn't help that the community or the people out there is making it harder than it needs to be,
Yeah, it's because you're front facing. You're dealing with people. When you're dealing with people, there is always room for conflict and friction.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're like, it's like when they say when you're doing customer service, right? Who are people going to complain to?
Yeah,
first?
exactly. Exactly.
right?
Let me speak to your manager. Manager's busy, so I guess I'm gonna be the one that you're gonna yell at now. Thanks.
Right. Right. And it's
Right?
even worse if you're like the supervisor and you're not the manager because
Yeah.
you don't have full authority, right?
Even the manager
You're
doesn't have full authority. The manager is like another. It's like a mod. Right?
or a head mod, so to speak. Right?
Yeah, yeah. Like the district manager would be like the CM in this case. And
Exactly.
yep.
Right? So it really just it matters in terms of like because you're front facing, you're dealing with people, you do have to have people skills, right?
Yep.
And you have to have conflict resolution. Like I feel like if I was to train a community manager nowadays or a mod, I would actually do a workshop on conflict resolution and how
Yep.
to deal with like, like angry people. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Absolutely,
Or
yes. I love that.
or aggressive people. Like it's really how you deal with those situations that actually makes you so versatile and so good at being a community manager. And like I said, you're also like a den mother or a den father because you've got to come with the band-aids. You've got to be prepared for the tears and the boo-boos
The
and
boo boos.
right? And
Yep.
and you also have to be the one to be like, oh, you shouldn't, play in the river because it's dangerous, like you're that person, and then when that person actually goes into the river and has a problem, you're also that person that they deal with. You know what I mean? So it's like yeah, it's a multifaceted role. Like you're wearing so many different hats. But at the same time, it's underappreciated. It really is.
100%.
Yeah, I've seen it, but it's also about communication, right? So if you're working with a team, it's about that openness. It's about that communication. It's like saying, oh, I'm dealing with, so and so, and they're complaining about this issue. Well, none of us really have the authority or the ability to resolve this. What do we do? Right? So you've got to have that plan of action. You know what I mean? So like in my role, I train people and I manage people and I manage teams and I do projects and things like that. And that's all part of it, right? Like that's all part of that experience. So if you can use that kind of experience and know-how when you're acting as a community manager, like that will help you, right? Because like I said, you're front facing, you're dealing with people, you're gonna have conflict, you're gonna have friction. And if that's not something that, you are comfortable dealing with or even prepared to deal with, then maybe that's not the role for you, right? And that's something that you need to reevaluate. So we do that in streaming as well, streaming and gaming, like it's just because, it's people's interactions, right? So another part of that is also knowing a little bit of human psychology, right?
Yes.
Knowing human behavior, being able to observe human behavior and being able to act and react appropriately to it, right? To either diffuse the situation or, try to resolve, the issue. So that's also something, like I can honestly say there should be a care package when you get into Web3. There should be a care package when you get into streaming.
A
And
handbook.
this is, exactly. But it's more about like workshops. Like even with like Team Sick right now, like with our stream team, we have talked about and are planning to do a lot of workshops because we believe that these ideas, knowledge, experience, skills need to be shared and communicated, right? Like, so one of the first things I did was connect with one of my partner streamer friends, bring them in to do an AMA. And now that's an AMA that is public. People can listen to it. They can learn from it. They can understand what it takes to become a partner, from someone that, really, really grinded, their Twitch career. And they talk about it. They talk about, they had to give up certain things in their lives. They had to make sacrifices to be able to accomplish that, right? So these are some of the things that people need to hear. They need to know this before they're starting to plan their entire, like full-time career on streaming, right? Or being in Web3, So it's something that I feel really passionate about, because I don't want people to have to go down the wrong path to know that it's the wrong path, right? Like, I'm trying to say someone can walk like 1,000 steps and tell you about it, but until you actually experience some of it yourself, you really don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is like, I guess that's like the Asian part of me. Yeah, right? Because we're all about, like, if you don't have to make that mistake and regret it, then why do it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is something that I always say to people, like, if there's something that I can share with you and it makes your journey a little bit easier, then I feel good about that. I feel like, I've saved you, like 100 steps in that direction. You know what I mean? In the wrong direction, or,
Yeah.
or, people are there to give you resources that you might need. Like, nowadays I try to, update everybody on like what the Twitch updates mean, or like the different bots they can use, or like the different systems and platforms that they can stream on. So like, I try to share like all of that information with like my streaming and gaming communities. And then I also do that in Web3, and that's why I'd like to be in spaces. I like to interact with people. I like to ask questions, and I encourage people to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it's how you approach things, really. And it's the mindset, right? So if you have a very narrow mindset, I would strongly suggest that you try to look at it from a different perspective. Because when you look at things from a different perspective, you might see something that you missed before, right? And it also increases your ability to have that, recognition, right? Like, you'll recognize something and you'll also be able to understand it better. So, but yeah, so like I said, I could lecture for 3 hours on end without stopping. This is my profession.
Yeah. It's definitely, yeah,
And
I see it. I feel that. But I'm really happy that that you actually touched upon the whole psychology thing, because I don't actually, I don't believe I've ever shared this information about myself. But prior to, like, in my whole like post-secondary bit, I actually double majored in life sciences and psychology, and because every Asian parent wants their kid to be a major in life sciences. But I didn't go into chemistry, I didn't go into physics, so I decided to go into psychology. And I got so much shit for this when I first came out of the university, because my family was like, what are you going to be a psychologist? You're never going to be a psychologist. Just like I'm never going to be a doctor with my life science and all that stuff. But I always felt like I didn't really care too much about the biochem and the life science bit, but I really did love the psychology part. And I always thought to myself, like, oh, but my psychology, it could be useful in business someday, right? And I tried to over attribute that to the whole like real estate game, to kind of growing like the wedding videography business game. But at the end of the day, I was overextending it. It didn't truly apply. But the fact that you're kind of bringing a new light to it, like basically identifying that psychology really does matter in the skill set required to be an entrepreneur, required to be someone that is entertaining, someone that is a streamer. I feel a lot better about my life choices now. So thank you for that, Mochi. And holy crap, I know we budgeted 1 hour for this show. I just realized we're almost 50 minutes over the clock. We're literally just chatting and talking at this point. But just to kind of one last story I do want to share, and then we'll wrap things up with a closer, and then we can play more games if we choose to do so. But I really wanted to go back to the thing that you're talking about, kind of how like through the trials and tribulations and the things that we've learned, albeit not the best situations that we were in, we got to learn a lot, right? And I think when I look back on founders that are really trying to lead a project, so many founders back in 2021, they might have been decent leaders, but they did not work from the ground up. Whereas people like you and I, we've been moderators, we've been community managers, we've been community members, we've been non-holders, holders, we've been like marketing people, we've been through the trenches, right? And the story that I kind of want to share is a story of one of my successful friends, IRL. He is now a owner of multiple different restaurants. I'm not going to out him right now, but the story goes that when he started in the whole restaurant biz, we actually started together. We were both waiters. We went to, so actually I can share this part just because you're local, so you know about it. Surely you know about a place called CNE, Mochi. So back then, actually we both went to CNE and we went for jobs, right? So ironically enough, he got the job of a busboy, and I got the job of a host for the restaurants. It's so weird how the situation is versus now. But anyway, back to the story. So because he started off as a busboy, he had to go through the trenches. He had to work a lot harder than me in order to make it to become like a waiter, in order to make it to become a host, and then become like a line chef and all that. But the point is that I didn't have to do that. So with the way I kind of view it is that in this kind of like world, if we were to draw the analogy to Web3, I could have been that guy that got thrown into the CM or maybe even in the founder role, right? Whereas he was that guy that got thrown into the moderator role. However, I think over time, I'm not downplaying myself by any point, I'm just saying, but I really do believe that he excelled at this much more than I did. And I think part of the reason for that is because he worked from the ground up, right? He was the busboy. He cleaned bathrooms. He had to deal with all the nonsensical things that came from angry customers. And over time, when he learned how to deal with these customers, he became a waiter. He started to get amazing tips. And through that, the year after, I didn't go back, but he did. And he ended up being a host, right? And then through the passion from being a host, he eventually started to run his own restaurants. And I don't think he would have been nearly as successful as a restaurant and business owner if he didn't start at the bottom, doing tables, cleaning bathrooms, and just and eventually moving into taking orders and counting the money in the till. He had experienced every single step of the way. And because of that, he was able to become the amazing restaurant business owner that he is. And holy crap, thank you for the gifted sub, White Hawk. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's just, it really blows my mind. There is so much similarity between running a business in Web2/IRL versus being a founder or a proverbial business or a company or project owner here in Web3. There really is a lot of overlapping skills, and there really is a lot of similarities. And that's why I really appreciate the founders I see in present day that have worked from the ground up, and not just, oh, hey, I'm a very popular influencer. Let's launch a project and I have no idea what to do with $5 million. We've seen so many situations like that happen in 2021. And guess what? Now they're probably only, you can most likely count the projects that have survived until today on one hand, right? So again, it's when I look at you, Mochi, it's like you exemplify exactly that. You've been a community member, you've been a community manager, you are now a streamer, you were and have been and still am a streamer, a community leader, and a content creator. And now as we've all learned, you are also a founder. So you absolutely exemplify all of those shining aspects that I think most people want to see in a founder. So on that note, I do want to throw you the mic one last time for all the people in the audience listening in, whether you guys resonated with our stories, whether you guys resonated with our torturous, albeit useful and educational upcomings, or maybe you guys want to learn more about what Mochi is cooking up at the Zomish podcast. Mochi, for the folks in the audience that want to follow you on your journey, where can they go to find more information?
Okay, so you can find me here on Twitch. MochiGirl is me. I'm also at Zom NFT. I help manage that social media account and a lot of the socials. And then you can also find me at Yashiro1101. Yashiro is my cat.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask. I was like, I actually never got that. I was like, because I've always known you as Mochi, and instinctively when I try to tag you on Twitter, I'm just like at Mochi, and guess what? Mochi will never pop up, and I'm just like, huh? Okay, so Yashiro is the name of your cat. Got it. So
Yeah.
that's the origin story of your Twitter handle.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Love you guys too. So yeah, Yashiro is my cat. So the funny thing with Twitter was that it didn't like my handle being Mochi.
Huh?
So I had to get creative.
Wait, what? It didn't like her handle being Mochi. What do you mean?
I did not like my handle being Mochi. There was too many Mochis or something like that. I don't know what happened.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah. So then I had to get creative so that I gave my cat my Twitter account and then I myself to it.
Oh my god, I love that. Wait, so like once upon a time was your Twitter account like a social media for like cat pictures or something? Like
It was for all things kitty.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. But then I quickly got into like Web3 things,
Yeah.
and then people started knowing me as Yashiro in some communities. So then I was like, okay, whatever. You can call me Yashiro. I was cool. I was cool with it. But the funny part was when I was in Twitter Spaces and I became a space host.
Yes.
Everybody that said Yashiro, my cat would look around and be like, "Are you calling me?"
Oh no.
It was really funny. Um, and then Yashiro also comes from an anime because I am an anime fanatic. So Yashiro is the girl female character from Toilet Bound. So if you don't know that anime, it's really really fun one. So check it out. But yeah, that's where you can find me. But yeah, all my socials are listed on my channel here, I believe, on Twitch. You can also find a lot of my socials on Zom NFT because I'm constantly posting on there and tagging people. And I'm also PR for Shibu Society NFT, which brings me to the fact that I'm hosting a space tomorrow. So if anybody wants to tune in and listen to that. But yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere in streamer channels as well. I'm a mod for a lot of people. So yeah, you might see
Including me.
lurking. You might see me lurking. There's a story behind my bouncing emote that I have as an emoji. It's because I'm always in people's streams. I always bounce from here to there. So yeah, I have a bouncing emote. So people know me as that.
Love it. Love the origin story. Finally, we demystified the truth behind Mochi's Twitter handle. Yeah, Shiro did not know that, but now we do. Now everyone does. But guys, please, I actually typed it out on the Twitch chat. Please go give Mochi a follow on her personal at Yashiro1101, and definitely follow her and her Zom NFT journey at Zom NFT, spelled exactly the way that it sounds. But I think on that note, we will be wrapping up the show for tonight. But hey, I see you in the distance there, Camo. I see you up there chilling on top of the speakers. And also, guys and gals in the audience, if you guys want to jump in on Forgotten Playland, maybe we can run some games for maybe 10, 15 some minutes if you guys are down for that. But yeah, feel free to log into the attic. We can definitely game. I see Camo has descended from his altar here. But yeah, kind of as an outro and closing statement or thoughts for the night. What's on your mind right now, Mochi? Talk us out.
Well, I am thinking about some ice cream before I game again.
Hey,
but
let's go. Favorite food?
Yeah. No, I've been thinking about continuing with my art project. So that's something I've been thinking about, and also to remind everybody that you can claim Zoms. So don't forget about that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, don't forget about that. You can either whisper me, tag me, message me. You can find me anywhere. So yeah, come into Zoms and claim your Zoms for sure.
Do you want to just do you want to actually throw down the Discord invite for Zom NFT in the Twitch chat, just so it's easier for everyone else to find?
Yeah.
I was looking at it on your page, but I couldn't find it, so I was just like,
no worries. Yeah, because it's probably hidden under the actual website.
oh, okay, I see.
There's a link tree. There's a link tree on the main Zom account, but
Let me actually look for that. Hold on.
let me grab the Discord. The Discord invite is really simple because it's basically discord.gg and then Zom NFT pretty much.
Oh, is it? Okay. The invite code I got from the website, it's like a string of random letters and numbers. So yeah. I figured.
Okay, so that's the Discord.
Awesome.
So go ahead and join it. Tag me, say IBTV, and yeah, you'll get 500 Zoms from Mochi.
That's right.
And the Zom community.
No IBTV, no Zoms.
Exactly.
You got to use the IBTV tag.
We have to have that tag. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Mochi, it has been an absolute blast chatting with you. Like I said, we budgeted 1 hour for this. Basically the past 50 to 60 minutes was just completely just it was just us literally just chatting about life at this point. And you know what's crazy is that I can't have this conversation with people that I know in real life. I really can't. I can't just sit down with someone and be like, hey, let's just talk life. Let's just, because like then they would talk to me about how they hate their coworkers, or like or how the prices at the grocery stores are way too inflated. Like I'm like, cool. Like, damn, I don't want to like throw my Web3 nonsense and worries at you right now. But that is the beauty of Web3, right? We get to talk to people that are in the same world with the things that we're passionate about. So once again, thank you so much for being on the show, Mochi. I really, really enjoyed today's conversation, and I hope you did as well.
I did. Thank you so much for having me. I hope everyone has a takeaway from our conversations today. And I'm always available if you have any questions, or you want to know more, or if you want to be featured on the podcast, let me know, because the more voices, the better. So yeah, thank you, Ice. I really had a fun time, especially being a bear and running around.
Especially being a bear.
In these obstacle courses. So yeah, I loved it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
No, thank you for being here, Mochi. And that reminds me, actually, tomorrow's IBTV game night. So as you guys probably know, every single Friday we do end up giving away some NXT cash. But there is something going on in the background right now, so I actually want to put a hold on that just for 1 week. But instead, I'm currently in talk with the team over at Forgotten Playland, and if everything goes well, we might be able to do some giveaways here in the IBTV game night, and we will be giving away cosmetics for Forgotten Playland. So the tie that you guys saw Isle wearing earlier, the stitches, the eye patch, and all that stuff, you guys can win those. And if you guys are interested, I can actually I'll make a guide, maybe a video guide, on how you guys can actually upload and wear those cosmetics here in game. But yeah, I think at that point we will wrap it up. Camo, if you're still there, are you stuck again? I see you just chilling in the distance. Oh, no, he's there. Oh, he's just hanging out by the pole. Nice. I see how it is. But yeah, what are your thoughts, Camo? Do you want to do some games? And also, how are you doing on time, Mochi?
I'm good. I've got time to do stuff tonight. So yeah, tomorrow's Friday. So woohoo!
Oh yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a kind of a crazy one. Tomorrow is got a meeting at 8:30 in the morning, followed by a stream at 3, and then IBTV game night at 8.
Oh wow, yeah, I've got work, then I've got pretty much everything that I do daily, and then I have a space at 2, and then I also have stream stuff to do, and then yeah, game night and stuff like that.
So
and then
busy.
I also have the CNE for the weekend, so that's gonna be fun.
Oh wow, really? Wow. We were literally just retelling that story. I didn't realize it was this weekend. What the heck?
Yeah, CNE started on the 16th, I believe, and is running until before school starts.
Oh my god! Wow.
Yeah.
That's topical. I had no idea CNE was even. Wow. Damn, that's just giving me flashbacks. Damn, I feel old. Holy crap. Because that's a story that I told you, like, wow, that was so many years ago, man. Wow.
That's funny because I used to work for Rogers Center now,
Hmm.
known as, but it used to be Skydome to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I still call it the
And
ACC
oh,
though.
oh my god. Well, the ACC is now Scotia, right? So
Scotiabank Arena. Oh man, it's so weird.
yeah, yep. So I used to work for all those venues. I got to attend concerts
Oh,
and
it's so nice.
NFL games and meet the players and their families. And yeah, it was really, really cool. So yeah, if you guys ever get an experience to work at a stadium, it is an amazing experience. Like it's awesome. Really, really cool.
I've
And there's a
had
lot of
one experience working at the ACC or Scotiabank Arena or whatever the heck it's called. Just one time for an ambassadorship for the NBA. It is
oh,
the
no.
only time where they hosted the All Star game in Toronto. And through some business connections, yeah, my brother and I, along with some other people, yeah, we were ambassadors that helped run the talent for NBA All Stars, and it was kind of crazy. Like we got to. Oh, this is gonna sound stupid now, but basically we got to help the cheerleaders. We guarded their we were security for their practice. Giant air quotes. We were also we were also in charge of like basically showing the talents around. Like, oh, this is where you get food. This is the bathrooms. These are the places that you stay in when you're not out there performing. And through that, I got to meet Kevin Hart. Through that, I got to meet Shaq. Chris Bosh, who was also our center at the time over in Toronto, and got to shake Kobe's hand. Rest in peace. But yeah, it was so crazy. I remember I actually had it wasn't a conversation. It was just like a brief exchange with Bosh. He was walking out with his wife and kid. He was crossing like at the end of the game, and being the nerd that I was in line basically trying to like basically waiting to get a high five from all the players, right? And then Bosch walks up to me, and then he's just like, yo, is it all right if I grab a Coke? And because I look behind me, and there was like one of those like fridges with the NBA logo on it, with just like a bunch of Cokes and Pepsis or whatever. And then I was just like, yes, please help yourself. And then he got two, one for himself and one for his wife. And I was just like, I just want the Chris Bosh. Yeah! Just like, this is the dumbest crap ever. And then a couple of seconds later, Shaq walked by, and I guess everybody had like their hand out, like in the form of a handshake. But I was dumb. I had like my fist out, ready to fist bump him. But I guess like Shaq wasn't really watching, so he was just giving high fives to everyone. And he gave me a high five to my fist bump. And I still remember that his hand was it was like a baseball glove, man. It was just, yeah, dude. It was just, I was like, holy crap. And he looks pretty tall on TV, but the guy was an absolute tower of a giant in real life.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but like that was my one experience working with the NBA and the team that I actually was responsible for. So everybody, we kind of intermingled, but everybody was responsible for a team, and I was actually responsible for the Phoenix Suns. So that was one of those moments that I'm never gonna forget. But damn, working in these arenas, working in these with famous athletes and all that stuff. Kind of feels weird, but honestly, ever since then though, I've never been starstruck ever again. it's just so strange. Something happened during that week, and it changed me forever.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, those experiences are like once in a lifetime, but they're so memorable. Like they really are. Like yeah, I've got stories to share, definitely, including someone streaking on the Blue Jay field
Streaking?
when I was
What? I mean, I've heard about that happening in soccer. I didn't know that happened in baseball. Whoa! What the heck? My guy just flew across the screen. But thank you for the dance over, DJ. Holy. But anyways, I mean, we could stay here talking, or we can beat each other up in game if you guys are down for a couple of rounds of that.
Yeah, let's go play.
All right, let's go. Camo, you in? I'm gonna take your silence as a yes.
Yeah.
Also, I messaged Al like an hour ago. I was like, "Yo, you done?" And he just like never responded. Sorry, I'm totally outing him on stream. No, but I think he has he has some planning to do. Because
Oh,
spoiler alert, my boy is getting married not this but next weekend. Next weekend on Sunday. Isle Marauder is getting married.
oh,
Jesus
wow.
Christ. That's
Oh, an Asian saying just popped in my head because she said that. But okay.
Oh, wait. Actually, I don't think I've ever asked you this, Mochi. Like what is your Asian ethnicity?
So it's half. Okay, so I'm 100% Asian, Chinese.
Uh huh.
Yeah, but I speak both Mandarin and Cantonese.
No way. I speak
Yeah,
Mandarin as well.
I know. I've been in your Asian
Oh
space.
no! No! Oh my Mandarin sounds like hell. No, that's embarrassing. Oh
No,
no.
no, you were fine.
No. My Chinese actually makes me sound like a 2-year-old. How does one have
No,
an intellectual conversation? Damn it!
it was a good conversation.
Yeah, I
It
need
was
it.
very interesting.
Not in Chinese, it won't be. Let me swing my club here. So wait, you're fluent in both Mandarin? Like Mandarin is your first language, or is Canto your first language?
Technically it would be both because my dad's from Hong Kong, my mom's from Taiwan.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm from Taiwan. Holy crap.
Holy.
Dude,
Holy.
what the hell? Oh, yeah, okay, you just walked off the edge again? Oh, wait, okay, oh, damn it, I just died. It's so hard to focus on, like, more than one thing. Alright, there you go. The gods have spoken. Blown Camo off to the side. Wait, so are you, do you speak, like, Minanyu and all that stuff, or no?
No. Just Mandarin pretty much. The funny story is my grandfather used to be like a translator for like the Japanese during like the war and stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
his entire family, like my mom's side, got put into a camp. So they never learned like anything other than Mandarin. Like they
Right.
had no interactions. So yeah. But you know,
But you're still
it,
fluent in
it is,
Cantonese, right?
yeah, I'm fluent in Cantonese because of my dad's side too. So
Got it.
yeah. Yep. And I've never been to Hong Kong or Taiwan, but I've been to China.
Do you ever plan to go back to Taiwan at some point, one or another?
Yeah, I do because my mom was like, "You need to get a Taiwan citizenship,"
Yeah.
and I was like,
Taibaozhen.
"What?" So yeah, I definitely want to go. I want to go to Japan, to Taiwan, to Korea.
Oh my goodness, me too. I've never been to Japan or Korea, which is
Yeah.
a sin.
Last year I was planning a trip to Japan, and then all the COVID and anti-travel stuff.
True.
So yeah,
Mochi is stranded on the island.
not paying attention.
Yeah, my mom has always been like, like Taibaozhen, which is like the Taiwanese whatever citizenship, I think. Like she's like hardcore Taiwanese. She's like really Taiwanese. She loves to flex the fact that she's Taiwanese in any one of these like family outings, any opportunity that she gets. But she's very proud of that. I, on the other hand, am as banana as it gets, right? For those of you, right? So like, I'm very much so. Damn it! I just fell. Mari, thank you so much for the raid. But yeah, I'm very much so like the least as less Asian as it gets, basically. So in my mind, I'm just like I don't really know if I care about this whole Taiwanese citizenship thing. Like I'm cool with the whole Canadian thing and dual citizenship, but it doesn't mean nearly as much to me as it does my parents and their generation, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I don't have any hopes of like having a China citizenship or anything like that. Or
Right.
so I'm just like, yeah.
Right.
I guess my mom was kind of like, yeah, you need it as backup because like, you know, if anything happens here, you have a place to go. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I was like, okay.
It's so weird to think that like, wow, we are both basically like somewhat Taiwanese, fully Taiwanese, definitely Asian by blood, and here we are having a full-blown conversation in English. I love Web3. What can I say? But also, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Murray. Thank you so much for entrusting me with your community, and I hope you had an excellent stream. Just a super quick briefing. My name is Ice, and this is Mochi. She's my co-host for today's show. But yes, both of us, we're both podcast and Spaces hosts. We're both streamers, and we both work in Web3. So thank you guys for raiding in, and I hope you guys enjoy your stay. Anyways, that's it. Okay, cool. Back to smacking the crap out of each other. Let's go.
Hi, Murray. Hi, Raiders. Nice to meet you all.
Hey, let's go and still champion. that was all luck. I have no idea what happened there.
I just got evaporated. That's fine.
Evaporated. Cool. Wait, so how often do you actually speak Mandarin? Like
nowadays, very rare because the people I interact with, I'll speak like English or French.
Yeah. French? You can speak French as well? Oh my goodness. So you're like quadrilingual?
In Canada, so yeah. Yeah, funny story. I went to French immersion.
No way. Wow.
Yeah. I was one of those.
You're one of those super smart people.
No, not super smart. But it definitely helps when you're in education to have the Duolingo. So yeah, it's beneficial. I've tutored French a lot, so there's that. But yeah, no, I speak more Mandarin and Cantonese when I'm around like family or like people I've met in Web3 that actually speak Chinese, which is kind of cool too.
Yeah.
I have a Web3 sister. She's in Hong Kong, and yeah, we speak to each other in Cantonese. So at least I have that.
Wow.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I just split off.
That's amazing how you can you're so fluent in so many languages and you're not afraid to communicate in it. Because I can speak Mandarin, as you've clearly heard me embarrass myself. But I'm not proud of it whatsoever because damn it, Camo. No, because when you speak in spaces, there's like a kind of a expectation out of Spaces hosts, right? But then when you all of a sudden pivot to a language that you suck at, then it's all of it. Then you go from like oh, I'm gonna look at me, I'm a Spaces host, to all of a sudden oh, look at me, I'm a 5-year-old, and and that, oh damn, I just fell. And that to me has always been I think my biggest weakness, because I know I can speak it, but I can't have an intellectual or business conversation about it, if that makes any sense.
Well, that makes sense. Because you're used to almost like chatting, right? You can use slangs, you can chat about it and have everyday conversations. But when you're a space host, there's a certain professionalism, I guess is the way to say it.
Yeah.
So the conversation structure is a little bit different, and your vocabulary is a little bit different, right?
That's right.
So no, I understand that for sure. For me, I would be more comfortable in English doing spaces myself, to be honest. Just because I feel there's a lot of terminology and things like that in Chinese that are just I'd rather replace it with the English.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't even know how to say blockchain in Chinese. I'll be like,
It's crazy. So I don't have that kind of interactions daily either. So it's unless I read it, right? And that's the other thing. Are you able to write Chinese and read it?
No. I can write from I can write numbers. I can write my own name. And I can kind of read it just because you watch Chinese shows and then you listen to what the words are and then you kind of see it. So there's that crystallized memory. You kind of know what the words are, but when you see it, right? But if you were to ask to write an essay, no, hell no, that is not happening. No way.
I did the Chinese school, and that was crazy.
Oh, you went to Did you go to Chinese school on Saturdays and stuff?
Yeah. I went
too.
I went all the way up to university. It was crazy.
Wow. Okay, so you can read and write and do all that stuff then.
I can read and write, but like not like crazy complicated.
Right.
I'm better with like karaoke. Like I'm better with stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no way. You're a karaoke. Oh, okay. Okay. You know what? Now we have to do it. We've been talking about this for months now. The last time we had a karaoke night was probably in 2023. I can't remember exactly what date. But yeah, that damn, that was a while ago that we had a karaoke night in IBTV. Let's
Oh, wow.
absolutely run one back. We have to do another one.
Yeah, so yeah, that's where I learned a lot, and I also watching drama series with like the characters on the screen too. I learned a lot of Chinese characters, especially Mandarin and Cantonese is very different when it comes to writing and speaking it. Yeah. And then I was actually checking out Wukong, the new game.
Yeah,
And
I was watching it yesterday.
Yeah, so in the Chinese version, like I was like, I would want to play it in the Mandarin version because I feel like it takes away from like the originality from it. Like, and I was like, oh. And when I was watching, I was like, oh my goodness, like I grew up with this, you know, like I grew up with the Monkey King. Yeah. And
that's right.
and all of that, right? And even like my friends have asked me, they're like, so what is the Monkey King? There's an actual story? And I'm like, yeah, there's a story. And apparently
he's gotta deliver that gold, yo.
Right?
Most people don't know about that. Most people just know, oh, Wukong, he's got that stick and he can beat the crap out of people because of League of Legends.
Right.
They don't know they don't know about Sanzang and all those all the other tidbits in the lore.
Yeah, and the journey to the west, right?
Yep,
like
that's right.
they don't know. Yeah, they don't know all of that. So it's like I was like, oh my god, like that would be so cool, like to talk about. But yeah, if I ever do play that game, I'm playing it in the Chinese version for sure. Like that's.
Could you download like different language VAs or something like that?
I think so. From what I've heard is that it defaults to Chinese, and then you have to like change it.
Oh,
to like,
I see.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. So I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna play this game," and suddenly it just starts like going off in Chinese. So, but yeah, the original is to me is it means more. So definitely.
I didn't know that the Chinese was the default setting for Wukong, but I did hear like because I think it was Drakor. Somebody was I think it was Drakor. He's lurking right now. Maybe he's at work. Shout out to Drakor VT, by the way. He was he was playing the English voice version, but the background music, it's like that Budai right? They're like singing in like really, really old school Chinese. And I'm sitting there watching a stream. I'm just like, oh my God, I know all these lyrics.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
It was so funny, but also cringe and also a little bit nostalgic, all mixed together in a bag of weird emotions.
Yeah, it's real nostalgia for sure for me. Like I just happened to like show it to like my dad too, who's like old school, and he's like, "This is like watching a movie," and he literally was asking me, "It's like, so I could play this?" And I'm like, "Yep." You could play this.
I could play this. Back in my day, there was no voice acting even for video games. Which is accurate, I guess.
Very accurate, very, very accurate. So yeah, no, I was yeah, no spoilers, but like I was watching it and I was like, this is very authentic, like just really authentic. I was like, this is cool. Like it was like watching my old school Journey to the West. And now when I go look at Journey to the West, I'm just like, oh, I've been ripped off.
Wait, what? How come?
Because you go back and it's like it was very well in terms of like the original one, you're kind of like the special effects and the character cosplay and things like that. It was just like so off, like in comparison, and you're just like, wow, like I can't believe I actually watched this and actually enjoyed it.
I think back then we both kind of sandbagged at the same point. because but back then, like the concept of the journey west, it's kind of it was a teaching moment, right? Because
It was. It was a
the
yeah.
original story is that like Wukong has sinned, and because he has sinned due to his like his treacherous behavior, going, I don't want to get like religious, but it's basically the lore is that he did something bad against Buddha, and then as punishment he gets crushed underneath this rock for thousands of years. He has to stay underneath this rock. But then comes a monk or a priest that is on a journey to the west, and if he was basically given an ultimatum: you can stay here under this rock and endure your punishment, or you can have a chance to redeem yourself and keep this monk safe on his journey. And that is the whole like story bit of what actually transpired and turned Wukong from like a criminal into almost like a superhero. And of course, modern day storytelling has reshaped that story thousands and thousands of times over. He's now a League of Legends hero. He's a Dark Souls main character. He's he's everything you want him to be and just a little bit more.
Mike too, and people know him as the Monkey King.
Yep.
Right, like as Wukong, but like they don't know his story. So like I feel like this game kind of like completes that, and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. And I thought it was very clever that Netflix actually released as like a movie before this game was released of the Monkey King. So I was like, oh, okay, so now people are gonna know this a little better. So yeah, I grew up with the Monkey King. Oh my goodness, and his 72 transformations. Wow.
And there's also the linguistic confusion because Wukong is also the Chinese pronunciation of the main character in Dragon Ball Z. So
yeah.
Nobody knows. Son Goku and Wukong. Same characters, same sounding in Chinese, but very, very different people.
Yeah, very, very different. But very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. No, I was very impressed with the aspects of the game that I've seen so far.
Yeah, it kind of like resembles like a Devil May Cry versus like a cross with Dark Souls. I'm not sure which one it plays more like.
Oh, ow!
You got this.
I'm starting to feel like I'm just gonna get whacked over and over again. What is this? Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Yay! That was fun.
Let's go, Mochi. So wait, Jim said he slept for 16 hours last night. He just got home from Japan yesterday. We were literally just talking about how we both want to go to Japan at some point.
I'm jelly.
I know,
I'm jelly.
right? Same.
Yeah, I'm very jelly.
Japan and South Korea.
South Korea.
I don't know. Ever since watching the Olympics, I feel the need to specify that for some reason now.
Me too. Same.
But yeah, South Korea and Japan. Definitely got to visit these two places on the bucket list.
Yeah. Oh, here's a question. Have you ever seen the glass bridge in China?
Glass bridge? No, I have not.
You have not? Oh, I gotta send you that video. And are you good with heights or not?
Oh, it's one of those glass bridges. I mean, I can foresee what this is leading to. But sure, send me the video. Oh dear. I actually went I climbed. Oh, sorry.
I did the climb.
Oh, you did it? You did it?
No, I didn't do the glass bridge, but I want to. But I did the climb for the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because as you know, there's an easy side and there's a hard side. So, yeah, I love that. I love the Great Wall of China. But it was like when I was there doing Shaolin Kung Fu on the Great Wall of China.
Say what?
So that was really cool.
You were doing Shaolin Kung Fu.
Yeah, Shaolin Kung Fu. So when I went there, we actually had a Shaolin master train us every morning on the Great Wall of China.
No way. This
Yeah, it was fun.
that kind of like anime art training regimen is real? No
It is
way.
real. It is real.
What the heck? No way. Oh my god. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I grew up doing Wing Chun.
Yep.
Yeah,
Which one? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, the girls version.
Well, yeah, I guess most people are thinking of It Man. But damn it.
Oh yeah, Ip Man. Yeah, Ip Man. Yeah. Or Jackie Chan, actually.
Whoops, I sandbagged.
Oh.
Damn, so you go top right, Mochi. Go. Wow, so you guys actually did, like, you guys did martial arts work and on the Great Wall of China. That's
in the Great Wall of
crazy.
China. Yeah. You know what qigong is, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So they really emphasize for you to train.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like you do like Tai Chi, you do martial arts. It was a great trip. Like it was really like know your culture, kind of get to know your culture.
Yeah.
I have a story for that because when I went with 23 other Canadian students that pretty much didn't speak the language. And then we had 2 guardians that were Canadian. And then we had our main guardian and our tour guide who was Chinese, but she was from Hong Kong. So, but the funny part was that we were all students when we went. And as soon as we arrived, she decided to take off and leave us and go visit her family.
She rugged you guys.
She rugged us.
Whoa. God damn.
She rugged us. And then we were left with no Chinese-speaking tour guide or guardian. And I ended up becoming the tour guide and the interpreter.
Wow.
And yeah, and I was a student. Like I was a high school student.
Why are we always thrown into these like pseudo immediate require leadership situations? I swear.
So crazy. I know. And then on top of that, I had to like in the middle of the night go find a bunch of teenagers that decided they wanted to go find McDonald's in China on the first couple of nights.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, that was fun. When I didn't even know where I was going.
Did GPS exist back then?
There was no GPS. There was no GPS.
Yeah,
I didn't have their cell phones or anything, so I pretty much did the detective work. It was been like, have you seen a bunch of Canadian students just like walking around?
We're looking for food. Bring us to the closest food.
Yeah, so then it hit me. It was like, oh, they're probably gonna go look for fast food. So then I was like, where's the nearest McDonald's? So that's where I went.
You know what's crazy that the menu in the China McDonald's, it's so different than the menu that we have here in Canada. Cause like I'm used to seeing like stuff like like breakfast burritos, like where's it, McGriddles, bagels or whatever. They don't have any of that stuff in China, but they have like youtiao. They have like how do you even translate that? Fried stick?
No, it's like a Chinese donut kind of deal.
That sounds even further from the truth. Chinese donut. Like Chinese donut sounds like like 银丝卷 or something. But but youtiao translates into fried stick.
Yeah, like a churro, but it's
like a non-Mexican.
Yeah.
I feel like people are watching. They're never gonna know what the hell a youtiao is after this.
They're gonna be like, what?
Like, did she say donut? Did he say churro? Did you say fried stick? Isn't that just fries?
But it's made out of dough. Yeah.
And it looks like a stick.
How does it look like a stick?
Oh, Chinese food.
Oh, but then don't forget, what is it called? Kanji. A lot of people don't know what kanji
Oh
is.
yeah,
I'm constantly explaining. Yes, this is your
porridge.
comfort food. This is your rice porridge.
Yeah, it's like Asian
Yeah,
porridge is basically what it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I say rice porridge, they're like, "Oh, is it like oatmeal?" And I'm like,
Oh
"No,
my
it's not
god.
like oatmeal."
Actually, and super random, but now that we're talking about oatmeal, oh, hold on a second. Oh god, that was like sudden death. I recently came across an article basically saying that. So first of all, I guess to preface, people are saying like oatmeal is one of the most healthiest things that you can eat because it's a low glycemic carb, which means it takes a long time to burn, which means it uses up more energy or more energy than you're intaking, right? But
Mhm.
this recent article that I actually just read, published in July 2024, is trying to convince us, I guess trying to convince me that oatmeal is actually one of the most unhealthiest things that you can eat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, especially for breakfast, right? Isn't
Actually, for
that
breakfast,
isn't that nuts? All
that
these
is
things that we were taught to believe as children. I mean, I don't know if this is real or not, but I'm sure it's got some merit to it because apparently, like breakfast is it's the worst meal that you can eat. If you're an intermittent faster, then you feel my pain.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like to me, like the logic and the science behind that, it kind of makes sense. So I don't know.
I guess it does if you're like, I guess anti-carbs, I guess is the way to put it.
Right.
Yeah, or if like you have any kind of like wheat allergies or like everything has to be gluten-free or something like that. But I don't know. Like when I was growing up, oatmeal was like the go-to to be healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it was even better than like cereal.
That's
You
what
know
I'm
what I
saying.
mean?
Yeah, like the white kids, aka me, had had cereal. But my parents, they would never eat cereal. They're like, oh, so much sugar. But no, they would have my pian. They would have oatmeal. They would have
Right.
how do you translate this? 芝麻糊. What is that?
Sesame.
Yeah, thank you. Some
Yeah, yeah.
sesame oatmeal thing. But yeah,
Sesame it's like a
sesame
porridge.
porridge.
Or, yeah, it's like a porridge.
It's a fried stick. It's a Chinese donut, is what it is.
It's really thick.
Everything is a Chinese donut.
Yeah, it's actually
Oh,
really, really good for you. You can now get it like instant, like oatmeal. Like it's crazy. Like, oh my goodness. There's so many things that you can get instant now, like
yeah.
oatmeal. Um, so here's an interesting question. How was your Mai Pian made? Like, did you have it traditional or was it like Asian modified? Because like I grew up with like a different kind of oatmeal than a lot of my friends, and when they had oatmeal, I was like, "What is this? I've never seen this in my entire life."
Okay, so I'm guessing I don't know which one you're describing, but the one I had is basically here. It's in a dry pack. You add hot water to it. You wait for about like 15 seconds, and then you eat it. Because if you wait for 30 seconds, then it becomes like mush, right? But if you have it at 15 seconds, it's like just right. But then there's the other alternative, and this might be the Asian one, where it's basically like just like kind of like baby food. It's kind of gross. But the one that I grew up with was not the baby food one. It was the one that you add hot water to it.
Okay. So the one I grew up with was made. It was not from a package.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
healthy kind.
Yeah, and you add an egg to it.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, you add an egg to it, and you also use evaporation milk in it.
Like condensed milk?
Uh,
Is that the same
what
thing?
what is that one called? Carnation? Yeah. The condensed milk.
It's like
yeah,
it's like sweet, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Canned.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So then you don't have to add sugar because it's canned.
Yep.
So then, yeah. So when you're stirring it, when it's like first bubbled, and then when you're stirring it, you add the we call it nianai.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. That's exactly it. That's condensed milk. Yeah, yep.
Condensed milk, and then and then 你打一个蛋 so you add an egg and then you
Yeah.
stir it and
Oh,
then
I
once
love that.
yeah and then once the egg is like all cooked it's pretty much done like
Yeah.
and it's so healthy, like so healthy. So that's like what I grew up with, like that's my oatmeal. So that's like when my friends started like being like, oh, have you had oatmeal, and then they tried to like serve me oatmeal. I'm like,
What the
I've
hell
never
is
seen
this?
this.
What is this baby vomit? I didn't want to say it, but in my mind, I was like, oh, that's definitely the shit she's talking about. This is like barely baby food.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how like I don't know. Everything I grew up with is like with more like traditional. Like we had the mantou.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that in English
It's
because
just like a bun, really, isn't it?
it's like a ball, but like there's nothing in it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's just a bun, basically.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
dough
yeah,
bun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the white bun. It's the white bun.
The flavorless, characterless, zero personality white bun. That's what that is.
But that's your go-to for like for breakfast and
Yup.
like, yep.
Yeah, Asians really are like that. We take the most bland thing and then we combine it with flavors of our choice. It's like rice is basically like it's like flavorless carbs basically, right?
Yeah.
And then we add like eggs, soy sauce, or whatever kind of sauce. Same thing with mantou. It's like it's basically nothing. It's just a ball of dough, ball of carbs. But then we add stuff like again more soy sauce, or we add stuff like tofu roux. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, like that is so good with mantou. Damn, this is like reminding me of all the delicious like Taiwanese like breakfast food items.
Yeah.
There's like what
I
is it?
don't know if you do the Taiwanese what do they call it? The night market here
Yeah,
in
yes,
Toronto.
Yeah. They have it at Pacific Mall.
Yeah. They have it at Pacific, and then they also have it at like that what's that place called?
I think it's Markham Town Center or something like that. So City Hall, sorry.
Metro. I feel like it's Metro something. What's it called?
Metro Town Square. It's in
Yeah.
It's in Richmond Hill.
That's
No, it's in Markham.
No, in Markham. Yeah, it's in Markham. Yeah, so that's the funny part is I grew up in Markham, so Markham was like pretty much I moved out of Markham when the Asians moved in.
Did you ever grow up? Did you ever go to a place that's on Highway 7? It's basically directly east of Highway 7. It's a damn it, what is it called? It's a something gate? No, it's basically like it's got all these food places.
Commerce Gate?
It's I know where Commerce Gate is, but that's not what I'm thinking of. It's a shoot, this is gonna bother me forever now. Oh god damn it.
Commerce Gate is in Richmond Hill. So,
Yeah, it's just a little bit east of the 404 when you get off at Highway 7. First Markham Place, that's what it is.
Oh, First Markham Place. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a big claw kitty now there.
Yes. Oh my god. Every time I drive by, I'm just like, who goes to this? Like, and then of course I drive by, and there's like a ton of people in it. I'm just like, okay, I guess I just don't know shit about anything.
Oh yeah, there's and then there's a Japanese store there, a big one.
Japanese store. There's a Korean place in the corner. But the place that I'm thinking of, it's called Meinong Niro Mian. It's a Taiwanese beef noodle soup place, and they serve, in my opinion, the best stinky tofu ever. Even better than the ones in Taiwan.
Wow. Oh, so you like stinky tofu?
Oh hell yeah. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Because nobody that I know can actually stand it, and I love it. And it's funny. It's so funny.
Oh, so you are a yay for stinky tofu.
I'm a yay. Yeah.
Hell
I'm a definitely.
yeah. Okay, we got to hit up Meinong Niro Mian sometime. Have you had the stinky tofu there before?
No, I have
Oh,
not.
it's
That's why when you said it, I was like, I didn't even know they had it.
Yep. It's definitely the best one they have in Toronto. But yeah, I went back to Taiwan. I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. And my family was like, oh yeah, you gotta have this is the best Niromen and the best stinky tofu in Taiwan. And I go there and I'm just like, I don't know what you guys are smoking, but this is not that good.
Okay.
But I will say their freaking chicken, their fried chicken, oh my god. And Mochi, you can vouch for me on this because we both we are relatively close by locally. For us to buy a piece of chicken here, okay, so just for context, a piece of fried chicken in Taiwan, the size of your hand, Nate, size of 2 hands, like a baseball mitten size of a fried chicken. That was $2 Canadian.
Oh wow.
$2 Canadian, yeah. If I were to get that here in Canada and here in Toronto, that shit would be like $15-20. Like straight up.
You're right.
Like I was like, wow. And then there's a pretty famous like I think it's like a Filipino fried chicken place now in Toronto. I can't think of the name right now.
Oh.
But damn it, like yeah, like they serve similar dishes, and yeah, like a combo there is like $15 plus tax. I'm just like, damn. I'm like this is the one thing that you gotta try when you go back to Taiwan. Like night market and everything, of course, but yeah, you gotta have the food there. The food there is just whew.
Oh yeah. I've been hearing about it forever, and I'm just like, why am I not there?
Yep.
I'm like, yeah.
I think we got like $1 for like a large bubble tea, and it's like the best bubble tea in the world.
Right. The actual authentic traditional type of bubble tea, and it's fresh.
Yeah.
Ingredient. Yeah, I know.
They got a franchise here in Toronto. It's called the Black Tiger Sugar Bubble Tea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but of course, like a large here would cost you like $10. But no, in Taiwan, it's $1.
Yeah,
so
it's
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, why am I living here?
It's true. Cost of living is crazy here.
Mm-hmm.
But even like, if you ever go to like Shanghai,
oh yeah,
it's even more than in Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
What?
Shanghai is 好贵，住那里很贵. Yeah.
I
very,
never.
very
Wow. Like, is it just real estate, or is it food, groceries, and all that stuff?
everything. Like everything costs a lot of money. Like so, I had a colleague, and basically came here to work because it was cheaper to live and to work here.
Yeah.
And then she would earn enough money here to be able to have a luxurious like lifestyle back in Shanghai. Like it was crazy.
In Shanghai, wow. So that means literally she can be anywhere else in the world and be like just living the baller lifestyle.
Yeah,
what are you guys doing? I'm like, wait, what? Because I've thought about it, especially working in Web3, which basically means you can be anywhere in the world and still earn US dollars, comparatively speaking, right? Like, we could literally live some like I don't want to like downplay Asia all of a sudden, but like there's some cities that are obviously less costly. But like let's say like whatever city that's less costly, or maybe even if we like move down to like certain parts in the US. Like cost of living is just so substantially more affordable compared to Toronto.
Yeah, 100%. And if you go to like, if you're willing to like go to like Thailand for like just over $200,000, you could have a really, really nice place. Like really nice.
Well, I mean, $200,000 is still that's still a tag.
Yeah. But like in terms of like cost of living comparison,
True.
like it's just cheaper to live there. Like
yeah, 200K would probably last you like 2 years in Canada, or like, but other places it might last you like I don't know, like half your life.
Have you seen those mobile homes in China?
Oh,
they're basically like mobile like shelter homes. So like you just basically like everything in there is like a smart home, but like you basically live in like an upgraded like RV kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. Like I was just like, how do people do this? You know,
Yeah.
I wish we had that here, honestly.
I had an old Ragnarok friend, so I used to play a lot of Ragnarok online, and that game is incredibly popular in the Philippines. Still, I'm friends with a lot of these guys to this day. But yeah, back then, I learned that like for $15, again, which is just $15 Canadian, which is just about a Big Mac combo, right? Let's be real here. That is enough for an entire family to eat at an all-you-can-eat.
Um,
Isn't that insane to think about?
that
Like,
is insane. That is insane.
like,
Yeah.
like what the hell? Like that is a Big Mac combo with no large fries. I sound like the fattest person ever now, but by making that comparison. But the point is, like,
No.
wow, cost of living, crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Cost of living is absolutely insane. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Like even when I was watching that, I was watching the video about that glass bridge. I was like, this isn't crazy. Like you could go on this like slide for like $7. You can go on the glass bridge for like $70. Where it's like here, it's like paying for like Candace Wonderland. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. You just
Yeah.
reminded me of something.
Wonderland anymore because of like the price and everything. It's
Yeah.
insane.
And you have to like, in order for you to have like not waste your time in any of the lineups, you have to basically pay like a markup for that for the express pass.
The gold pass.
Yeah, if you don't buy that, basically you can just ride like 4 to 5 rides and call it a day because the lineups are just insane.
Yeah.
At least for the
Yeah.
good rides.
The good rides. Yep.
I miss Wonderland so much though.
Well, yeah, me too. I do miss it though. I used to go to Wonderland a lot, because I love roller coasters and I loved, the drops.
Yeah, Behemoth, or wait, did you ever go to the Behemoth or Leviathan?
Yeah, I did. Love those.
Yeah, there's a new one now. I think it's called like the Wild Yukon or something like that.
Oh, you mean the one that drops 90 degrees?
I don't really know if it's 90, but it's like everybody sits in like a horizontal like thing. Like this,
Oh yeah. Yukon Striker.
Yukon Striker. Thank you. That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah. I rode that one. I love that one. It's amazing. You pretty much can like look straight down when you're in the front seat.
Good
like, it's
God.
pretty- Yeah, I'm a thrill seeker
Me
when
too.
it comes to roller coasters.
But you know, the alpha for roller coasters is actually like the front seat is actually not the scariest place for the most thrill.
Sure.
It's actually
Sure.
it's actually the back one, the very last cart, because because when you're in the front seat and you're right before the drop,
First one down.
you can see down. So like it's basically psychology at that point, right? If you can perceive a threat coming, there's a certain degree of preparation that your brain will undergo. But when you are in the last seat of the Behemoth or Leviathan, you cannot see down. So when the first person in the first seat is falling down, that is when you are accelerating. So you are actually accelerating upwards, and then by the time you descend, you're getting dragged down like a friggin' demon from hell. Like it's crazy. Like it's so much more intense and scarier sitting at the very back of the roller coaster. I never knew that until like I don't say recently, but I didn't know that until later on in my roller coaster riding days.
Yeah. No, I love the Leviathan. It was awesome. The lineup is insane though, but yes.
Yeah, that's exactly when you need those express passes. Otherwise, it's just not worth it.
Oh yeah.
You got to just stay in line for an hour and 20 minutes. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I've done it without the passes before, and it was like 2 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's always like a rich Asian family that brings their kids, and everyone has the express pass. Meanwhile, I'm waiting in line like a peasant. I'm just like, damn you. It's always the rich Asian kids, man. I'm just like, oh, why?
Yeah.
Like I've seen you pass by 7 times now, and I'm still in line sweating my ass off. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly how it is.
Yep. Like, oh wow.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I completely descended there. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
I love the sound effects of this game too. I turn it down, but like I can still hear it.
Oh
It's
god.
like,
That was crazy. The bait and switch.
oh my goodness.
No. Oh wait, which side of the table is falling down? Is it the left side? Oh wow. How is this even possible? Wait. At that point, you just have to accept your fate.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just no getting out of that alive. Oh, that was a crazy duel there, Camo. That was like multiple layers of mind games on that last one. That was sick.
Yeah, that was good.
We're both like saving our dashes. Whew, damn, we've unlocked the competitiveness and Forgotten Playland.
Ooh.
Finally, we've made it to the point where we've taken a party game designed for children, and now we're ruining friendships.
It's worth it.
Because that's what adults do.
Fun.
Oh man, I wish I'm actually gonna suggest this to the team. We should get cosmetics that changes the weapon that we wield.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like I can have like a baseball bat. Just like,
Oh my
this
goodness.
is totally not violent at all.
It's not violent.
Come on! Oh, that was so close.
I feel like this could be like Dead by Daylight in some aspects. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
No! Oh, he survives! Oh shit! Oh shit! I spoke too soon! Damn it! You're still alive, Mochi. Mochi, you're still alive. Wait. Okay, never mind. Let's fix that. Whoa! Whoa! Oh wow! I clipped through the door somehow.
Wait a minute, I shouldn't be alive. Like, how am I alive? Okay.
No!
Oh. So.
Wind channel?
Yep.
Nope! I landed right on that nail. GG's.
Yes, GG. That was awesome.
All right, guys. Why don't we do one last game for the night, and then we'll call
Okay.
it. Hopefully,
All right.
it's not. Okay, I was gonna say. Hopefully, it's not the red light, green light.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Speaking of which, we actually haven't played red light, green light since we started the post interview segment of today's stream.
Oh
Right.
yeah, that's true.
That's pretty
true.
good. That's good luck.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
All right. Whoever wins this wins $1 million. You ready to rumble?
Let's go. I feel like I definitely need a controller to play this game. It's so crazy.
Oh no! Damn it!
Oh my god. Oh, so close.
Oh, damn it. I tried to go for the line, but I missed it. Oh, you missed it.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Yeah. That's it. I just won $1 million. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh god. Yeah, dude, that was hella close, man. Holy crap.
fun.
We had a lot of close games. We had a lot of close Simon Says, a lot of close racing ones. That bumper ball one was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man. This has really been fun seeing a competition like this. I know, right? Who would have thought Mario Party-esque games could get so darn competitive? I think we've awakened like the silent beast within Camo. Like I've never seen him this hardcore and just like damn, Camo's just like he's just completely popping off in Forgotten Playland.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Whew, okay.
Well, that was fun.
That was super fun. Thank you once again for being on the show, Mochi. I really enjoyed it tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me. I
Absolutely.
had a lot of great time.
Absolutely. Well, let me pull up my Twitch here so we can find a streamer. Oh no, I hear myself. Oh, so we can better mute that. All right, let's find someone to raid out to. Oh, we got 3 choices. We got Starlight, we got Dracor, and we got Nominee. Actually, I just rated Dracor and Starlight, I believe, Monday and Tuesday. So
nice.
We're gonna raid out to Nominee. Let me just prep the message here. Wait, how do you spell her name? Jeez, let me just make sure I don't spell her name wrong. Oh, okay. There's a number. I was right. Okay, K12. Got it. Okay, let me just type this in the chat. So we're gonna raid out to Nominee/raid. Nominee K12. And you guys know what to do. We gotta show her some love. Hit her up with the ice raid emojis. Show her all the love. But yeah, guys, it's been an amazing stream. I had a ton of fun getting to know Mochi more, learning about her story, learning about what she's doing now, and how she is constantly inspiring people to do better and constantly educating those others to learn more about what we're cooking in Web3. So thank you for being here, Mochi, and thank you for being one of the rare people in this world that is actually contributing your time and effort to move the needle forward. But that being said, we will be wrapping up the show here. We're going to raid out to my good friend Nominee. Make sure you guys show her all the love and support. She 1000% deserves it. And we will be back here tomorrow, 8 p.m. for the Icebreaker TV game night. But until then, this is going to be Ice and Mochi and Camo signing off, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.